Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to Wrestling Gap. That's Deliva. I am Travis, and it's Monday.
Hello.
That means it's time for Monday Night Rollins.
Monday Night Raw.
Rollins. Monday Night Rollins.
Raw.
Rollins. Rollins time. Rollins.
Yeah. It's
My bad,
Raw time.
Rollins.
How's everybody doing out there? Looks like we got some people with us tonight. We got Film Nation out there. We have Bryce with us. Hey, Bryce, nice to see you back.
Phil, Bryce.
Sophie with us.
Sophie.
Aaron was out there. And that looks like that's
Aaron.
about it for right now. How's everybody doing this fine Monday evening?
Monday.
Tuesday morning,
Culmination.
Tuesday afternoon.
We have a coronation.
Yes, there's the Queen's coronations happening. Queen's coronation, and then, of course, WWE decided that they were going to release all of their 2022 possible pay-per-view scheduling. So, yeah, that's happening. Sophie does feel like the pay-per-view schedule is kind of weird because we got 2 months where we have 2 pay-per-views in 1 month. And why put SummerSlam a few weeks after Money in the Bank in July instead of the normal August?
We don't know.
It is what it is. Gonna wear your Street Profits for a minute?
It's Monday.
It's Monday.
It's red.
And it's red.
I'm sure I look fantastic in it, so.
Look fantastic.
I have to beat women off with a stick. Hold on, let me get my stick. There's a kendo stick in there. Grab it.
Ow. Grabbing it.
Woo!
So
Monday Night Raw!
Not nice.
That guy has his belt upside down. You're going to have a belt. You got to put it upside right.
Upside right, upside wrong, upside the wrong way. Bryce says doing pretty excellent, and Film says I am phenomenal. Nice.
The phenomenal.
Good deal tonight.
Woo!
The season premiere of
Hey, that's
Raw
my
and their
thumbnail.
new roster, everybody.
I love that they
Look
put
at
their names
all
by them.
those people.
Carmella,
So you can see all
Liv,
of them.
Theory, Miz, Owens, Bearcat. They just have Bearcat up there, by the way. They're going straight Bearcat with Keith. Remember former Keith? They used to call him Keith.
Yeah.
That's just Bearcat.
Now it's just Bearcat.
That's
There's
just-
no Lee involved. And of course they're starting out with Big
They got to start out.
E.
They're trying to copy SmackDown with champions, but it don't work, homie.
All right. So if you guys want to know, it looks like most of the pay-per-views are going to be on Saturdays this next season.
Yeah, May and June, I think, are Friday or Saturday, Sunday still.
Sundays. Yeah. So Saturday in January 1st is a Saturday. It's a pay-per-view called Day One. And then January 29th, they're going to have the Royal Rumble.
Also a Saturday.
Yes. April 2nd and April 3rd are Saturday and Sunday. For right now, they're going with WrestleMania being 2-day event.
It is going 2 days. They made that official, so.
Sunday, May 8th.
They obviously did that so they could do a women's main event at the end of Day One.
Uh-huh.
But anybody with a half a brain is going to realize that the main event is Sunday, and it's just halftime for the.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Total sense.
But it gives them something to talk about.
Right.
Let's give them something to talk about.
And as of right now, February and March don't have anything.
Right. Obviously, February is going to be a Saudi Arabia show. We do understand that.
Mm-hmm. As Big E talks and tells us welcome to everything. Anyways, and then May 8th is a Sunday. That is...
Big E is out there.
The pay-per-view. They don't have a name for this one, I guess, yet. The one in May.
Right. May, January, February, March, April.
And the one in June.
Right.
June 5th is a Sunday also. They don't have a name for that pay-per-view, but supposedly have one scheduled. July 2nd is a Saturday. That's going to be Money in the Bank. And July 30th is SummerSlam. September 3rd or September 4th is going to be the pay-per-view.
That's going to be the one
location.
That's going to be in Europe.
The UK
The
one,
UK
possibly.
that they're going to do, and they're going to just wait until AEW announces the day they're doing their show, and they'll just do it the same day.
Yes, that's what they're going to do. Saturday, November 26th is Survivor Series. And, of course, in October, there will be another Saudi Arabia show. So next year, there's a scheduled 2 Saudi shows. So there you go. We have Alita in the chat.
Hey, Alita.
We have Pepper Owens out there, too.
I feel like Alita hasn't been here for like a month.
How are you doing, Alita? How's your puppy doing? Your foot doing okay? You doing a little better, hun? Sophie says, I think there are going to be a couple times the WWE and AEW pay-per-views will land on the same weekend with the new 2022 pay-per-view schedule. There's only one pay-per-view where they don't know if they are going to put it on Saturday or Sunday. Film says, what is WWE going to do with Otis? Pepper Owen says, I'm ready, let's go.
That's what they were chanting, let's go Astros. I was like, are they saying let's go asshole?
They're in Houston, so it makes sense, Astros. Film says another Saudi Arabia show. Boo. Yes, I would love to see the UK show for WWE. Yes.
Yes, in September. It would be cool if they even did it earlier than that. Like I said, there's none in March that we know of. There's none in February, and there's none in December so far.
Of 2022. Sophie says, is it going to be hard to do a United Kingdom pay-per-view live?
Oh, hell no. It's going to be right in the middle of the day, just like the Saudi Arabia.
Weekend, so it's way better than the Saudi Arabia one, where the Saudi Arabia one is on a weekday. So it's kind of harder to do stuff. But if it's on a weekend, it's fine. Alita says just a little better. Thanks, miss one day. She's like, I missed one day, and it's like, I haven't been here for years. Yeah, it felt like it.
I'm that way.
That's how it is when we have regular people and we don't see you, we miss you. See? We missed you.
I'm one of those people that like forgets about things instantly. There comes Seth. Monday Night Rollins.
Travis will make a great Alzheimer's patient because he already is one.
Basically already there.
Not making fun of people with Alzheimer's, but Travis has short-term memory issues. Sophie says, I feel like they are going to add more pay-per-views to the schedule. Maybe.
They could.
I mean, they are pretty open.
I'm assuming they're going to add 3 more to get to 12, would be my guess.
They're going to have technically one a month or whatever.
But I'm okay with them having less. I'm okay with them. Look how pigeon-toed he is.
Why is he walking with his feet together?
He might be pigeon-toed.
I've never seen him do that. Ever.
It's a show of athleticism. Super athletes are pigeon-toed.
I get that, but he's not that bad. But I mean, I've never seen him walk like that before.
He looked like one of those robots. You remember you'd wind him up and they'd go when they unwound. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes. He's back home for a Monday Night Messiah. Why don't they throw that out there?
That'd be cool if he got the championship. I'd be okay with that.
Right now we have 8 or 9 pay-per-views instead of how many we usually get every year.
Right.
That is just what they have scheduled and what they have named. They have a pay-per-view for almost every month, like a date. They just don't have a pay-per-view named on that date.
Just waiting for the next 3. We have 3 empty.
Bryce says, I'm happy that I got an Ultimate Edition John Cena at Target. Ooh,
hell yeah.
Lucky dog. Let's see. Film says, hey, Wrestling Gab. Anyways, you got my comment from your last live stream. I didn't show up to it because I was going to a festival.
Nice. What kind of festival? Like a music festival?
A festival in the comment. If you did, Travis doesn't remember. Vindicator's in the chat. Hey, Vindicator says everyone has a plan until they get punched in the mouth.
Mike
with
Tyson.
Brass knuckles.
Oh.
By guys in cheap white and black robes. Is that how it works? And Chris is in the chat. Hey, Chris, as my boy Big E mentioned DJ.
Big E's scared of him. Did you see that? Big E said you have to go to the back of the line.
What?
You only say that to people you're scared of.
That's true. Vindicator says, so if Raw is in Houston, then the World Series tomorrow, there should be a crossover, or Liv Morgan should throw out the first pitch. She can't. She would just cry about it.
She might get a blister.
She might cry. She'd probably sit on the pitcher's mound and cry. You can't have that.
Be nice to her.
There's no crying in baseball. There's no crying in baseball. Sophie says the tickets for Mania go on sale soon, like in a few weeks. And Bryce says, who's going to start the show tonight? For a match? Because right now it's just Big E and Seth Rollins talking their butts off.
Sethy here.
Old Sethy Buffy. Sethy Messy Bethy out there.
Big E main event tonight. That's what it's looking like.
God, nobody wants to see that.
Big E's a little scared. You can see he's a little skeptical, but he's still going to do it. Oh,
Who's
no.
coming out? Drew?
Rey Mysterio coming down.
Rey Mysterio. This guy? Oh, my God.
Is
Seriously,
he with his
are they
son?
going to start this shit up again? With Seth and Rey? Oh, my
It carried
good
Raw
God.
for months. 6, 7, 8 months.
Oh, my God. I never want to see this ever again. Oh, my
Lord.
God, no. 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 Sophie says they might have Big E or Roman throw the first pitch tomorrow.
Vision, eye to eye.
It's me, Rey Mysterio.
What, you mean it's not Dominik or something?
I thought it would be your son. Isn't he supposed to get chances? My resume speaks for itself. I am old. I'm old. Seth poked my eye out, and I'm old.
Bad knees. Bad back.
Chris says Kross should have came out instead of Rollins. That would have inserted Kross into the picture.
Yeah, they're still building him up. That's not going to happen for a minute.
Says
It would be cool.
festival was just the fall-related stuff. Ooh, cool. Fall festivals, huh?
Like a pumpkin.
Well,
Oktoberfest.
Okay, it wasn't great, but it was okay. But you had a good time. It's good to go do stuff like that. Get out and about. Be productive in society. Be human normal. Be normal humans. Alita says, I envision head. Chris says, no, I'm throwing the first
Finn
pitch now,
Balor.
baby. Right, Chris.
Finn Balor just
Take
lost.
a picture of that and then put it on Instagram for us.
Finn Balor just lost to Xavier.
like-
He probably shouldn't ever be out in the wrestling ring again. That's embarrassing.
So Raw's like, you know what we should do?
A
We have
gauntlet
this
match.
new
A
roster.
tournament.
We should just have all the people come out that won after this title because it means nothing because it has a joke of a person having it. And on SmackDown, they're like,
Look
no.
at Hulk Hogan in the front row right there.
I think that's a girl.
It is a woman.
Pretty sure that is
she's
a lady
also-
dressed up as Hulk Hogan tonight in the front row. That's actually pretty funny. Unless it's a child. I guess
No,
it
that's
could
a
be
woman.
child, but I think it's a woman.
And the guy next to her is dressed up as Diesel, I believe.
Really?
Uh-huh. Hey, I beat you as the first ever. You know how long ago that was, Finn? You just lost to Xavier Woods. You should not be on TV for a while.
Pathetic. You're one pathetic loser. On so many levels.
You don't get that.
Sylvie says, I'm surprised that they are doing a 2-night Mania for a third year in a row. With the reports, it seemed like it wasn't going that way. Film says, what?
Kevin
You're
Owens!
not old. Don't
They've got to be
ever
doing a
call
tournament or
yourself old.
something.
Oh, moi? I'm not calling myself old, my sweet. I am calling Rey Mysterio old. Chris says, my boy Finn Balor wants the title. He wants the WWE title. Oh my God, Chris, he can't even win a match against Xavier Woods. He doesn't deserve a fucking title.
He doesn't.
Deserves to not even be up there. He needs to go back to the back and
Injecting
and sit
themselves
there
into
for a while.
the title match
I'm gonna play too. I'm a former
means nothing.
NXT champion.
That matters. That matters. I'm pretty sure he's a Universal Champion.
What title?
The Intercontinental title. Won
Oh.
it first time in Houston. He's a world champion.
I can see where people think he's lost weight. Maybe he has. He doesn't have a big as.
Yeah, his arms look a little bit more sculpted. Kevin losing weight. He cares about it. That's funny, because that's what I called him earlier. It was cruel of him.
It is black and white he's got going on.
Oh, shit!
Oh, God!
Seth hit him.
Just couldn't handle it anymore.
Seth's fighting everybody.
He's just angry.
So is it going to be a triple or a quadro match later on for the world title?
Probably.
A number one contenders match?
Yeah. Alita says, LOL, I'm proud of both. Sophie says, with the pay-per-view schedule announcement, the roster is happy with it, and of course people on Twitter have mixed feelings about it. But Pepper Owens has got
What do they have
face.
mixed feelings about?
The pay-per-view schedule announcement.
Oh, well, yeah, nobody cares about what they think. The Twit is fair.
There's your fatal 4-way. The winner of the match is going to get it.
Never gonna get it,
So
never
a
gonna
fatal
get
four-way.
it. Never gonna
So your
get
fatal
it.
four-way is going to be Seth, Rey, Finn, Kevin.
Get her done. I say do it now, and then the winner fights later tonight against Big E.
Right? So they can't win because they're exhausted.
No, that's how they
so
push
they
people.
give it to Big E easily because he has to have it done easy. Makes sense. That totally makes sense, hon. Alrighty, weirdos. Chris is like, hey, I want Balor to be WWE champ finally. Film says, oh, I totally misunderstood you. My apologies. Rey Mysterio is old.
Yes.
I got you, Miss D.
That match is happening.
He is old. Sophie's like, what is this ghost of Seth Rollins past since he feuded with all these guys at one point or another? And Chris says KO doesn't either. He wants to go to AEW.
He's losing weight.
Mitzi Aroma is in the chat laughing about Cruella DeVille. Hey, you know what? Seth and freaking Charlotte really like that look. Picola is in the chat. Hey, Picola. And he's like,
Hola.
I'm a former basket weaving champion. I'm a former Southern beer bong. Claim to double Dutch.
He's probably a 2 or 3 time beer bong champion.
Probably, at least.
He's just being modest.
Chris says, oh, Big Daddy Sonia. Film says, come on, Baron Corbin, do something instead of just doing these segments. Go for a championship or something. Okay, Corbin is not on Raw, sweetie.
Corbin is a SmackDown guy.
Corbin's a SmackDown guy, and he wasn't out there. So I don't know what you're watching, but that's not what.
Hey, Street Profit time.
Pickle says Seth going to have a stroke before the first segment ends. Right? And Alita says, wait, did I miss Naomi against her? No. You didn't miss Naomi.
No, not
her.
one-on-one. She told Naomi off on Friday, and Naomi just bowed her head and left.
Yeah. And then Sonya said, yeah, that's what I thought.
I was like, what?
And so she left, and they haven't had anything since. But that's on SmackDown. Naomi's on SmackDown, remember? She's not on Raw. This is Raw, guys. Chris says AJ Styles should have come out with these guys. Sophie says
he's wrestling later.
It must be easy to set up a pay-per-view for Saturdays than Sundays.
I think they just want to compete against the UFC and boxing.
Which is really shitty because I would rather watch those. Because I would rather.
It'll still be over by the main events.
It won't.
Yeah, it will.
They'll
they end
screw
around
us.
9. No, they're not going to go late.
They're going to screw... Well, the thing of it is, though, is that UFC, we have people over, so we socialize. Now we won't be able to, which is really shitty. I would rather watch all of boxing, not just the main event part. Ooh, luckily we got to see that part. Ooh, lucky for us. Instead of watching stupid wrestling pay-per-views on a Saturday.
We are a wrestling channel, and those people out there are wrestling fans.
On a Saturday, I said. And I never once said that I was a huge fan. And if anybody out there thought I was, you are mistaken. Completely mistaken. Guys, want to hear a joke? Here's the WWE joke. Got some wrestling jokes for you. Are you ready? What did Hulk Hogan ask in arts and crafts class? Should I just say the answer?
It depends on how long you want this to last. If you go through them all, you won't have any left.
What you gonna glue, brother? Sorry. Okay. Here's another joke. What did little John Cena say to his primary school teacher when she gave him his report card? You can't see me.
You better A or B me.
It must be easy. Oh, Bryce says, speaking of Charlotte Flair, I hope I can still find the Ultimate Edition Charlotte Flair. For that, I've been trying to find.
Yeah,
I couldn't
could be
help
tough.
you on that one. Halita says, I was tasting that icing-filled donuts. Were ya? Bryce says, hopefully I'll get a Batista Ultimate Edition soon. I feel like the figure looks legit. Sophie says it is going to be weird to watch a pay-per-view on a Saturday. Chris says Halloween Havoc tomorrow on NXT. I wonder if Shotzi will come to NXT to take over because LA Knight is supposed to be hosting. She won't. She's up on the main stuff. She will not go back to the developmental league. Bryce says, ha ha ha, hey, that's a good one. Sophie says, I wonder how the WWE 2022 pay-per-view schedule is going to affect AEW pay-per-view schedule. And as Alita said, you can't see me. Haha. EWE Network is in the chat. Hey, EWE.
Hey,
says,
EWE.
hello, everybody.
Thanks for hanging out with us.
Bryce says, haha, John Cena one. You can't see me. Alita says, who cares, Sophie? Yeah, you tell her, Alita. Just kidding. Sophie says, wow, D with a dad joke. Piccolo says, I'm going to have to say no, dog. No? What's she going to say no to? No. Here's another joke for you. Why did Maria Kanellis have sex with Chavo after her evening class?
Oh, Lord. It already sounds inappropriate.
The teacher told her to do an essay for homework.
Oh, my gosh.
EWE's like, hey, everybody go subscribe to EWE Network. Hey, EWE Network, why don't you subscribe to Wrestling Gab?
Yeah. Who doesn't want to subscribe to Wrestling Gab?
Let me go to your network real quick and tell all your people.
They probably don't do live streams.
Alita's like, hi, Picola. Sophie's like, did you hear about the Becky Charlotte backstage fight? And everyone is mad at Charlotte. Even Sonya wanted to fight her.
Yeah, it's all right.
No,
it's
but
good fun
that's
stuff.
Hilarious. And we did hear about it. We talked about it last Friday.
We couldn't have we talked about it Saturday.
Saturday, that's when we talked about it.
But it's so good for
sometime.
business that they need to keep doing that. That is so good for wrestling.
Yeah, just
everybody got to this kayfabe thing where like everything's fake and everything's dumb, and now there's like real heat, there's real fighting, there's real screaming. That shit's makes people want to watch.
The Academy. It's the Alpha Academy.
The Alpha Academy on Monday Night Raw. Somebody did ask if Chad Gable was going to get a push. I saw it in our chat.
Oh, yeah?
And I just don't ever see it.
I don't
he
see
said
it
he wanted
either,
him to be U.S.
Especially if they're
champ.
going to have him be in, like, developing people like Otis and stuff.
Oh,
and being a bad guy, kind of.
Old Otis. They could always break up Otis and the old Gable. The only problem with doing that is that I don't know if anybody would care. You know what I mean? Like, oh, there's a Chad Gable Otis match. Like, anybody gonna tune in and watch that for a main event?
It is a triple threat tag team match going on though, so that's cool.
So you can just tag whoever.
You can tag whomever.
Whomever. You just can't tag the other guy's partner in.
Ah.
So like right now, he couldn't tag in Dawkins. If it was Gable, couldn't tag in Dawkins, but he could tag anybody else.
Oh, so it couldn't be Ford and Dawkins fighting each other.
Yes. Other than that,
what?
you can't fight your own partner.
Like, what are you talking about? But you could replace yourself with your partner.
Yes. You can tag anybody, except for the other guy cannot.
Right. And Sophie's complaining about my jokes. Because they're bad dad jokes, huh? I think they're pretty good and funny.
Hilarious.
EW says WTVMA. Picola says you remember how the E forever ago gave Maria the 24/7 belt by her emasculating her hubby. Yes.
That was pretty funny. She was all pregnant, so nobody could pin her.
Uh-huh. So he did it to her while she was in the stirrups at the doctor's office. I watched that.
It's the best time to do it to her.
Sure.
When she's in stirrups.
Sophie says, what are your thoughts about a SmackDown replay beating a live episode of AEW Dynamite this past Saturday?
Did it?
Did it, though?
I don't know what the ratings were. Is there been ratings released?
Baby. Chris says, I want Otis to be pushed. Otis versus Kross would be a cool match.
Yeah, if they decide to do that, I don't know if they'll go that route ever, but I would like to see it. I want to see what they decide to do with Otis and Gable now that they're on the main roster.
Right. Sophie says, who are heels and faces in this match? I would say the Street Profits are faces.
Faces and everybody else is heels.
Everybody else is heels. Like the Alpha Academy are heels and the dogs or whatever they are.
The glorious show-offs.
The glorious show-offs are definitely heels.
Rude jumps in for no reason. Now Dolph.
In the chat saying, well, thankfully, Dolph and Robert are not blinding people with their pink tighties tonight. They should stick with neutral.
Otis in there with the big guys. Or he is the big guy.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure he meant tighties, but I'm pretty sure it spells titties. So, yeah, they're pink titties.
They got some pink titties?
I'm pretty sure that you spelled out titties, which is amazing and funny. So he says, so SmackDown beat both AEW shows this past weekend. Alita says, yes, I remember in AEW Networks talking about Taco Bell. Really? You like some Taco Bell? Yeah.
I like Taco Bell.
Toxic hell.
I haven't had it in 5 years or 3 years or whatever. But...
Bryce says, when is Randy Orton and Matt Riddle going to come out? Probably not later.
They have a match tonight against the same guys again. Otis and AJ. Or Omos and AJ.
Here's another horrible dad joke for you because I think they're hilarious. Jericho, Hurricane, and Matt Hardy are in the same car. Who will drive? Do you want to take a guess?
I have no fucking clue.
A police officer. That is not a dad joke, by the way. Not one of these have been a dad joke. Six Alpha Academy didn't get any reaction when they came out, though. Pico says Bobby Roode and his uncle Rick Rude versus Ziggler and his pappy, the heart attack kid, Shawn Michaels. Chris said, let's go Bulldogs, Big Bob. And Film says, not a rematch. Boo. I really want to say this one. It's probably inappropriate.
Oh my god, where do you find these inappropriate jokes?
What's the difference between Gold Dust and the slutty popular girl in high school?
He's a dude.
The slutty popular girl only jobs out to the A squad.
Jesus Christ.
Phil's like, ha, ha, ah, ha, LOL, Misty, you're hilarious. Piccolo's like, no. What are you, knowing and thumbs downing about, Piccolo? What is your deal? What you got the negativity for? Sophie says, how is this a new era where we already got rematches? Alita says, that was funny. EW says, hey, do you know anything about Billy Bob Thornton?
I like Billy Bob Thornton.
Or Billy Bob as in a wrestler? Because I don't know any Billy Bob wrestlers.
Is that the guy off Blue Streak that wants to kill himself? Billy Bob? Is that the pig?
The blue, not Blue Streak. It's not Blue Streak.
Okay, whatever it's called. Varsity Blue.
Yeah. Billy Bob. His name is Billy Bob. Film says WWE needs to stop doing rematches, in my honest opinion. They have to, right? Everybody gets a chance to get those titles. Vindicator says, wait, Riddle and Orton are in the closet? Next level draft shakeup. Film's like, oh no. Oh, ha 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 ha, wow. Sophie's like, how was Bound for Glory? I'm surprised they had a pay-per-view start at 10. I don't know.
All I know is they did a pretty good job on it. They got Moose as champion, it looks like. They got Iconics, or they've got another name like the Inspiration or something. They're champions. So they showed up and won championships. I'm not a huge fan of doing that, but...
Piccolo doesn't like my jokes either. Alita says Billy Bob Orton. Oh, Billy Bob Orton. That's who they meant.
Oh, Bob Orton.
Piccolo says, okay, they're getting better. Philip says Billy Bob Orton looks exactly like Matt Riddle and Randy Orton.
It's not like she's sitting here writing them. She's just reading them.
They're other people's made up jokes, guys. Jeez Louise.
1, 2, and Rude. Look at him doing push-ups. He's getting his calisthenics in.
What do Carlito and Kurt Angle have in common?
They both have ex-wives. I don't know.
They both spit in the face of people that don't want to be cool. That one was kind of dumb.
I don't get it. Maybe.
What do you call any Triple H match?
Hall of Fame. Why are we doing that? Can't you do that?
I'm going to. One last one. A buried alive match.
Buried alive. Because he buries everybody.
Somebody says Tony Khan announced that Dynamite is going to be live coast to coast. Yep.
It is. I didn't know it wasn't, guys.
I didn't know it wasn't either. And it's all at the normal times. EW says, hey, do you know Bubba Dunk Funkin' and Green Psycho 17?
I do not.
Psycho Killer.
Sounds fantastic.
Then it goes like, we need to see the iconic Inception versus Mandy's Intoxicated Attraction.
Bring it.
It's
Bam, big power
I'm pretty
bomb.
sure it's Fatal Attraction.
It's not Fatal Attraction.
What is it then?
Toxic.
Oh, toxic. Not intoxicated. Toxic. Which is fatal.
Fatal. Fatal Attraction is a movie.
Synonym in the thesaurus. Film says, have you seen the Inspiration? And he's making all gross panty faces.
I have not.
Those girls nailed it, buddy. Oh.
All I know is Peyton Royce is starting an OnlyFans, and it looks like it could be a little risque. She's like got a picture of her and like 2 other guys, and they're in a jail cell.
Ew.
Yeah, like it's like
porn much? Like you need to stop. Like they're like, well, we can't do Playboy anymore because that thing don't exist. Like, let's do this. Bow, chicka, bow, bow. Freaks.
Dawkins just flowing everybody. Suplex for you. You want a suplex? I got a suplex for you.
He's like, oh, this guy got up. I better give him one. Oh, I gave him something else.
And a spinning one.
Spinning
one. That referee is slow as shit.
He's like, I forgot how to count to 3. Robert Roode
gets thrown to the outside. Everybody's on the outside. Dawkins is dominating everybody. Otis just tagged himself in, though. Oh, shit.
It's him.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God. Is his neck
Let's
okay?
not break his neck, guys. 5-star.
That's just weird.
I love how he, like, inched around him at the last second in the air.
Mm-hmm.
He's like a vampire.
Oh,
Otis didn't go down. Yeah, they can fly.
weird.
All right, looks like the Street Profits got this one easily. Oh, no, Rude's back up. Rude throws Ford into the ropes. Missed with the clothesline. Ford airborne like a 747.
Otis, weird. Why would you do that?
Dawkins pop up. Hey, look at that. Spinebuster. I wonder if he taught him that. That's his move. I've never seen Dawkins actually do that.
Oh.
That's funny.
Maybe.
Rude probably working with him. Ford going way up top, but he's not looking. Oh, it's a Moss.
Why is he coming out to beat up Ford?
Oh, it was just dumb. Don't jump on him. He might have just broke his back. Oh, I was like, why doesn't he ring the bell? But they can't have a disqualification. It doesn't make any sense.
Triple threat.
Oh, come on, dude. Big right hand, a sweeping right hand.
I guess he wanted to make sure that
That's it.
Lost.
That's what we want to see.
Rude
The glorious show-offs. Moving on.
Rude finally gets a pin on somebody. That hasn't happened for a while.
Not since the middle of SmackDown.
Right?
Like last year.
Uh-huh.
Moss just cleans house.
Sophie says, I bet whoever wins the #1 contender matches will get it either before or sometime after Survivor Series if they could hold the feud for that long. Film says, I'm like that cartoon werewolf who loves the one girl, the redhead. That wasn't me when I saw the official entrance music from Inspiration. Thanks.
You're talking about the wolf, his eyes pop out.
Yep.
He's like,
oh! Sophie says, how is Dee coming up with these bad jokes? What is she? Madcap Moss. It's Madcap Moss is his name. And no, just look up WWE jokes.
Don't look them up. You can just do it yourself.
Film says, what? WTW? EWE says WWE is versus WWA versus CZW. Film says, oh, hell no. I hope and pray she doesn't do an OnlyFans. No. Oh, it's happening.
Oh, it's already official.
Pickle is like 2 trailer park girls go around the outside.
Round the outside. Round the outside.
Film says, I hope she doesn't create an account. It's already created, my
it's
friend.
Done. It's CassieLeeWorld.com, I think is what it is. CassieLeeWorld.com.
Sophie says the one good thing about this new era of Raw, we won't be seeing the square on it anymore. James Howell says, yay, yay. Hey, James, how's it going? Zoe Ziggler's like, yes, we won. EWE says, how long have you been watching SmackDown?
Since it began. Its inception. You know,
I haven't.
people just said that we're not going to see Charlotte on here, but I bet we do. Her and Becky are going to wrestle at Survivor Series.
Oh, yeah.
So they've got to build something
some
up.
Angry contentions happening. They already got a good start.
Real
as
heat.
Chris says, here comes Jordan Kamala. Yes, Bulldogs win, baby. Piccolo says cosplay Hogan and Stone Cold should have jumped in. They would be better #1 contenders.
Oh, that's who that is on the side.
Stone
Stone Cold.
Chris
It's
says,
it's some big bald guy. I thought it was Albert.
oh.
Remember Albert? He changed his name to like Tozawa or something. Tazanyam. I don't know. He was like some like Japanese warrior. The dude was like 6'10" and weighed 350 pounds.
Chris says Eva Marie versus Zelina. Sophie says, I thought we were getting AJ Styles and Omos versus RK Bro. Now it looks like we are getting RK Bro versus the Dirty Dogs tonight.
I don't know if that's tonight, but it's coming up.
Mm-hmm. Film says, what are you doing, Cassie Lee? No, you're married to Sean Spears. He will be pissed.
He's the chairman. He's fine.
I'm sure he's probably involved in it.
You either go with it or you get off. And he ain't getting off that.
It's gross. James Howell says, pretty good. Good to hear that, man. Film says, OnlyFans account plus husband that you put a ring on equals divorce. Doesn't end well.
Hey, Lana's doing it. Her name's CJ Perry. And she's doing nudies. So.
Alita says, oh no, Char, oh my god, I can't do her.
Yeah, you missed her on Friday. Charlotte and Becky got in a real fight. They threw belts at each other.
What did John Cena tell the Japanese chef?
I don't know. Something you can't see me. I don't know.
You can't sashimi.
You can't sashimi? My time's now. Dear Lord.
Travis doesn't even know what sashimi is.
Not a clue.
It's a type. It's like sushi.
I figured.
What did Devon tell Bubba when they were working at McDonald's?
It's Devon.
Oh, sorry. What did Devon tell Bubba when they were working at McDonald's?
Get the chair? I don't know.
Bubba, test the fries.
Gonna testify. That's pretty funny because he just said it. Testify. Testify.
Test the fries. Chris says Albert was known as A-Train, then Lord Tensai.
Tensai, that's what it was.
Sophie says, even Charlotte didn't want to do the belt swap thing last week. She was willing to lose the championship to Bianca last week. Sophie, no, actually it wasn't about the belt swap. It was what they wanted her to do. It wasn't about swapping the belts themselves. It was about what they wanted her to say and do out there, and she just didn't want to do it.
Right. They wanted her to hand the belt to Becky, and then Becky hold up both belts and say, look, it's Becky 2 belts. And so
she said,
she's like,
hell no.
Oh no. This isn't about making me look bad to make you look good.
Exactly.
So she dropped the belt on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Then, obviously, somebody picked it up. I can't remember if she did
went
it.
off script, and
then Becky threw the belt at her, which made it 10 times worse.
Becky went to try to pick it up, but I think that Sonya stopped her and picked it up and then had it and then was going to hand it to Becky. And Becky started snatching for it like a snatcher. And then she threw. So Sonya was holding on to it and Becky threw the SmackDown belt at Charlotte. And then Sonya gave
Becky
the belt. And then they had the words of fighting,
there
blah,
she
blah, blah.
is. Queen
then What's-Her-Face
Zelina
came out, and then...
Can you clap for the Queen?
And then Becky left, immediately. Yes.
Or do you just bow?
You probably do both.
I think you bow at the hip.
Alita's like, I was here Friday. Yeah, we were here on Saturday and we didn't see you, so that's why it seems like we missed you. Chris says we need Tay Conte OnlyFans account.
For that butt.
Film says, I have a very strong opinion how I feel about OnlyFans. I totally despise it.
Hey, she's on OnlyFans also.
Mm-hmm. Chris says we need Tay Conte. Oh, I read that. Chris said,
she's yelling at the ring announcer.
OnlyFans barf.
Yeah, Mike Rome. First
She's
ever.
very, very correct in that assumption. KW says XM Radio. Film says, I will never date a girl who has an OnlyFans account. I don't want people to, well, you know what people do. They'll steal your girl. Film says, in my honest opinion, I hope it goes out of business, and I hope it never recovers, aka OnlyFans.
It will be giant.
Piccolo says, I like the Chaz backstage ruckus. It seems to be old school, like when Papa Rick jumped ship from WCW to WWF in 92.
Long time ago. There she is, Zelina. Even with blue eye makeup on. She looks fantastic.
Sophie says, wow, D is 0 for 3 with bad jokes. Sophie says, in the replay of SmackDown, they edited the belt swap thing. Piccolo says, Zelina should have Mia Yim as her heater. It would be dope.
Wait, you mean they edited that? That's pretty funny. How did they even edit it? I want to see it.
I don't know. Piccolo says, Zelina should have Mia Yim as her heater. It would be dope. I don't think
Like
so.
a jester.
Like, as a joke out there, like Johnson around
Oh!
like a weirdo.
Bunch of ladies. She's talking all
destiny.
British.
Film says, woo, and bound to the Queen, Charlotte Flair. Chris says, what if Alexa is going to come out and ruin Zelina's moment?
No, no, no.
So he says, who is going to interrupt this since they didn't have anybody interrupt the King of their Ring? Vindicator says, so this will be a strong candidate for worst segment of the night, even more depressing. She has on wrestling gear, which means she will waste an extra 15 minutes. 99.
Is she going to be a champion soon?
2000 season.
I just don't see her beating Becky. Maybe if Becky drops the belt to Bianca, she could beat Bianca.
Maybe. Oh, we're going to have a pause in a second. OBS system. But it hasn't reconnected yet, so there it goes.
We're back.
Reconnection
On
successful.
for roll. Ain't changing nothing because we're ready
Sorry.
to roll.
Her stuff paused and then came back.
So we're going to be a little bit behind.
Sophie says, imagine if Zelina decided to sign with AEW when she got released by the WWE. Alita says, speaking of plug in the blanket.
She'd be jobbing right now if she was on AEW. So
Chris says, this is like a bad port. No. Film says, no, it's too early for Bliss to show up. She has to recover from her surgery first.
we'll talk about her in for years to come.
How exciting.
She just drops like a weird accent every few seconds. Her husband got buried on Saturday, and now she's the queen. Queen Zelina! Sounds like Superman music from the old days. Who's
There's
this?
your
Is it
interruption.
Dewdrop?
It's Dewdrop. There's your interruption.
Nobody wants to see Dewdrop.
Chris says, well, Zelina looking like a drag queen right now. LOL. Just kidding.
Did she not see her outfit in Saudi Arabia and go, hey, I look pretty good in that? And wear it again?
She's like, I like having t-shirts. Chris says, okay, now Zelina has an accent like Apollo. No, it's just every once in a while she throws something out there. Pico's like, can't stand the auto-British accent when you get crowned.
Yeah.
Why not?
What I
They
can't
say it all
stand
the
is they didn't
time.
do anything for Xavier, but all of a sudden they do it for Zelina. That's horseshit.
Oh, the interruption?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Well,
They don't treat him equally.
Why would they?
Anyway.
Here's another terrible joke for you.
Ooh.
My friend made fun of me for being a wrestling fan. He said, you know that stuff is fake, right? I said, so are your wife's boobs, but I still enjoy them for 3 hours every Monday night.
Hello. And 2 hours on Friday.
Right?
And an hour on Thursday. Then I play with her minor leagues on Tuesday. you're going to do it wrong, do it right.
If you're going to do it wrong, do it right. Sounds about right.
Woo!
That's a total dad joke. That's pretty funny. I just watched an entire 3-day long arm wrestling match by accident. Turned out to be more gripping than I expected.
Right.
It's like when we got sucked into watching darts.
It's very gripping.
Indicators like message retracted. Pico says can't stand that. I already read that.
They need to get some
Sophie
matches
says,
going. I'm kind of bored.
I know.
Like, I don't want to be.
Sophie says they re-signed Zelina like a week or two before they released her husband. Alita says, oh my D complaints. Everyone else talking. Zelina was just too much. Sophie says Hit Row is going to be a babyface group moving forward. That's dumb. Sophie says Zelina is from New York. She from New York? Film says, hey miss, what I meant was both not hers in the sentence when I was talking about who would win an armpit shaded match between Nikki Cross versus Carmella. I didn't even see that comment. Chris is like, shit row, and Film says just wanted to clear that up. Oh, okay, good. Sophie says that was a little funny. Piccolo says, if you're gonna do it wrong, lawyer up.
Call your attorney.
Call your attorney.
The boogeyman. I guess they just hunt him the whole movie.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's dumb.
All right, Zelina Vega going one-on-one with the drop. Make her bow to you.
Make her bow.
So in the 80s, they did a match with Harley Race, and it was a kneel-down match.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh. And it was him against the Junkyard Dog. And he ended up winning, but the Junkyard Dog never bowed to him. But anyways, it was pretty controversial at the time. And nowadays, it would even be more controversial. But Zelina just fell on her butt. So Doudrop going right after Zelina. And now is Zelina going to beat her 2 weeks in a row? Because she beat her at Crown Jewel. This is a rematch.
But she can't win the crown. It's just a rematch for a match.
It's just a match, yeah.
Yeah.
Zelina down. So Zelina looks as good, if not better, than Sasha does in her ring gear. Because Sasha fits in her ring gear very well.
Right.
Zelina seems to do the same thing.
She fits very well in her ring gear.
Maybe
That's
she's a younger Sasha.
Film says meant to say hey Misty, not hey miss. It's fine. Pico says yeah, I'm flipping to the voice. LOL. Sophie says we are getting Houston versus the Braves in the World Series.
I'm looking forward to that. Alita, are you excited to see that?
And Pico says then watch the Saints versus Seahawks. Film says old Junkyard Dog, he was a classic wrestler. Sophie says I can't think of one show I like to hate watch. I even like watching the Raw, which a lot of people criticize about it. Film's like, not Doudrop. Boo.
Well, she's done ripped out of her pants.
Oh my god, she ripped out of her
Yeah,
pants?
she had fishnet pants on that she's ripped out of them.
Oh.
It's
I thought she meant she ripped out of her pants. Like, her outfit. Ripped.
1, 2. Doudrop kicks up.
Don't
See him
just
right
stand
there on her right leg?
Oh, yeah. That happens all the time. That's always happening. Pickle's like, I definitely remember King Haku, but don't know why he was coronated.
Yeah, I don't remember a lot of the King of the Ring
Did he have
stuff.
a fake British accent at the time?
I remember when Randy Savage was king. That shit was awesome. He was King Savage. Queen Elizabeth. Hey, speaking of, Queen Elizabeth was
Zelina
the first
cheated.
queen.
Good for her.
I think she beat Doudrop again. 1, 2, and 3.
So the referee was distracted by trying to get the turnbuckle thing back on the turnbuckle.
He should have been doing his job.
So he was not doing his job. And so she went over and got her scepter. And she smacked old Dewdrop in the face with her scepter.
Love it. She did it again.
Sophie says Christian has main evented every major company pay-per-view this year since he came out of retirement.
Fact.
Lita says, yes, I am. And Piccolo says, hey, thumbs up, I'm that people. Who's that people?
Oh, that people. The Braves. Is that Alita?
No, that's Piccolo saying,
whatever.
hey, thumbs up, I'm that people.
Nobody knows what you're talking about. Just kidding. But you do know what he's talking about.
I don't.
So
I don't
nobody
know
knows.
what Piccolo is talking about. Are you talking about somebody else's comment or something? I have no idea. But we're going to see what happened last Friday on SmackDown because God forbid that we have anything happening on Raw. Roberto's in the chat. Hey, Roberto, says happy Raw Monday. Oh, yeah.
Ah, it's good.
Happy, joy, motherfuckers. We're having such a great time watching goddamn recaps from SmackDown on Friday, for God's sakes. Seriously, they are so bored. They're like, we have nothing. We don't even know what to put on here. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to put this on here. And you guys want to make fun of my stupid jokes that aren't even my jokes. And you would rather me not. Because like my couple of buddies into baseball want the Braves to win.
I definitely want the Braves to win.
Vindicator
I always go for the National League unless it's the Dodgers. So
Vindicator says mercifully that's over. Hopefully Liv, who is also in wrestling gear, can give everyone a real women's wrestling match, or Rhea and Nikki. Yeah, Liv can give you a real match, all right, as she cries in the corner. Films like, hey, Miss D, did you know women have armpit hair carries pheromones? Sweet. Just wanted to tell you that interesting fact. That's really awesome. I'm so glad you told me. I'm going to write that down. Sophie says, who has been the worst king? Well, right now it's Woods, but, you know, hey. Film says,
there's
so
been
are
some
the
pretty
New
bad
Day
ones.
Still together? I wish they weren't. Film also says, I thought the jokes were funny. Well, at least somebody did. Everybody else thinks they're stupid. Piccolo says, I was referring to Sophie's people who criticize the E. Oh. To Sophie's comment. That's good. Vindicator says, yeah, this stupid, it's Monday Night Recap on steroids. I would rather see another Retribution invasion. My God, something. Sophie's like, before Christian signed with AEW, there was talk of him and Edge teaming up in a match against Roman and Jay.
That would be interesting.
Pickle's like King Barrett, maybe. That's the answer. Alita says, yeah, we just took a championship. Real? Sophie's like, SmackDown got 2.1 million viewers on Friday.
Yeah, oh yeah, I'm sure. Here she comes. The women's champion.
It's more talkie time. Talkie.
Yeah, she's probably not even in wrestling gear.
Talkie.
She is not. She's like, let me show off my boobies.
Her and Seth are like in the same type of outfit.
Yeah, they teamed up tonight.
Championship break. Okay, thanks, Alita. Sorry. I'm like, what does she mean? I had no idea. I was completely lost. Completely.
All right, Becky getting in the ring. Looking like an 80s rock star.
I guess. She's wearing pants.
I think it's fantastic.
She's wearing pants over her top outfit thing that she's wearing. And the pants don't really quite match the same black. I don't like that.
Yeah, don't wear black on black.
Sophie says King Mabel or Corbin. Oh, King Woods.
Oh, Mabel.
All right. And
Mabel was
go
like
to
an
commercial
8,000-pound guy.
Should I bore you all with some more jokes? Since you hate them so much.
The right.
Oh my God, why is your shit
Just
so
calm.
loud?
Got it figured out.
Don't.
Come at you.
Don't talk at me like
Ouch.
that. I don't want to hear your dumbness.
I almost jumped in the air and
With your
jumped on you.
calm crap. I'm smack you in the face.
Smack. The kids have their drink with candy.
I missed a call.
Uh-oh.
Oh, my dad called me and left a message.
Better call it back.
No, I told him to give me a call when he got back from Salt Lake because he went down there today.
Was that today?
Yeah, that was for today. Let's see. Sophie says there was a tweet about the ratings for Dynamite, but I forgot what it was.
Yeah, I have no idea what the ratings were on Saturday. I was hoping that somebody would, though. But they might not even be released yet.
Right?
Only pay for what you need. Liberty bibbity.
Liberty bibberties. Lame.
What you looking at?
Nothing exciting.
Oh,
Nothing.
why aren't you reading comments?
Because there isn't any.
Nobody's commenting?
No, nobody's commenting. They're so bored with Raw that they left. And nobody likes the jokes because they all think they're just so stupid. Not my fault. I didn't find all the, adult jokes.
You gotta find all those jokes.
I was trying to be all wrestling part, but you guys are like, those are dumb.
Well, who cares what people say? Just keep reading them.
Stupid. How could you have such stupid jokes?
Just keep reading them. I'm Chucky, and I'm your friend today.
Piccolo wants to know what's a better pass-out candy for the kids. Tootsie Pops, candy corn, or sour candies? Sour candies.
Probably sour candies. Candy corn is great, but it has to be, like, in a bag.
Yeah. I don't think a lot of kids like candy corn. Is there really kids out there that like it?
It's just basically
Tootsie
sugar.
Pops are okay, too, though. Those are pretty good. But Tootsie Pops are definitely for people who have any kind of peanut allergy, and also the sour candies. So I would go with either one of those. I usually try to do that kind of a thing for kids that do have some kind of allergy, like a peanut allergy or something. Like, I usually get, like, Skittles or Sour Patch Kids or something like that. Those usually go pretty quick. Sophie says, at least Dynamite is back on Wednesday nights, so every AEW fan will go back to normal.
Yeah, it should be.
Yes, because they're all freaks before that. So weird.
Yeah, we definitely got to get it back to normal.
Old norms.
Becky's looking really piff out there, isn't she? She's real pretty.
Totally piffs. Sophie picked candy corn.
I'm sure Bianca's going to somehow come out and interrupt her.
I can't wait. The time is now for Becky to talk because we haven't had enough talking segments yet tonight. And then we had one match and everybody complained about it.
Now she can start her actual title run.
I guess we've had two matches. We have the triple threat match with
the tag teams.
Tag teams.
But we've got to be into that first hour.
Oh, we finally made it. We finally did make it to
two matches an hour. Isn't going to cut it.
Vinegar says maybe Big Time Dalitha has better, more accurate ring to it than Big Time Bex. No. It doesn't.
All right, who's your next competitor?
Herself. She's going to find herself in the mirror. Just kidding, I have no idea.
Right. Thank you, Bex.
Pico says, so over here, since it's the Bible Belt, a lot of churches will coordinate trunk or treats. Yes, Pico. We have a trunk or treat, too, that we usually do.
It is.
We do a trunk or treat, and then on Saturdays, but we also have candy for the kids on Sunday.
You hate Rhea Ripley.
Sunday.
You want to see me beat her.
Vinegar says,
you want to see me beat Liv Morgan.
Oh, I want to see you beat her so she can cry in the corner. Vinegar says, so this basically a season premiere of Promo University.
I guess.
And Alita says they can't get through red hair, right? Sophie says Dynamite got 515,000 viewers this past weekend.
Fuck, she really is coming back out. Couldn't they just move on from this? Fuck.
Oh, God, no. Like, well, since we made you a champion at some point, we need to have you out here constantly now. Barf. Film says Liv Morgan needs to do stuff with them instead of crying about it. Piccolo says, obviously, with Sprinkles being a concern last year, it didn't happen. It happened for us. We actually pre-bagged the candy. So we did, like, a whole bunch of different candies, and then we bagged them in I can't remember, was it snack bags or was it sandwich bags?
It was sandwich.
It was sandwich bags, so we bagged, like, a whole bunch of candies in sandwich bags. And then to make it so they didn't have to come near or pick out of the bucket, because we put it all in a bucket that was our honey pot, because I was a bee and Travis was a beekeeper. We had a grabber, and so we grabbed it out and then put it in their bags for them. It was actually a pretty good idea. Because of all the stuff. So it made it so everybody didn't feel like they had to come too close to our thing. Plus, with trunk or treats, you can just put the candy away from you, and then they just usually walk by. If you decide to do that. Film says, no offense or anything, I don't like how Liv Morgan wears rubber thing that covers her shoulders. Don't like it. In my honest opinion, please expose her pits. Oh, that's nice. Piccolo says, yeah, give another gal an opportunity.
Anybody else? Fuck. I would be okay with Liv Morgan over Bianca. This is garbage. It's the same shit. Move on.
More talking of stupid. Film says, bro, Matt Riddle. Alita says, I love that outfit. She really likes Bianca's outfit. Sophie says, AEW fans were nuts the last 2 weeks without their beloved AEW on Wednesday nights.
Well, it's tough when it's on Saturdays.
Indicator says, Bianca's outfit has a line going down her butt, and I'm okay with it. Yep, I really am okay with it. So is Montez. Esther.
Yeah, old Esther.
Old Esther. Boom says, to be honest with you, Travis, I agree with you.
It's just tough. Like,
oh,
it's just the same. They're trying to upcycle something instead of just moving on. There's other women on in the division.
Just let Bianca fight other people for a while. Let Becky fight other people and have a chance at the title and stuff, and come back to it after a few months or so.
She has become a hero to these people.
She does need to become a hero to these people.
It wasn't the main event, guys. They need to quit saying that.
It
was not the main event. The main event was Roman Reigns, and I can't even remember who he wrestled.
It was
Daniel Bryan and Edge.
Were they even in the last part of the show?
No, they were in the first day. It was the
first night?
The last show of the first night.
Yeah, that's not a main event. It's not even remotely a main event.
They're trying to like boost up like it was something.
Yoko Littner fans in the chat. Hey, love Yoko laughing face. What you laughing about? Who you laughing at? And Luke's in the chat. Hey, Luke.
There's Luke.
How's it going?
Luke, you have missed no wrestling at all.
There's nothing happening.
Zelina Vega was crowned. She wrestled. Dewdrop won that one. And the Dirty Dogs, or
Triple
the
threat.
Glorious Show-Offs, won the triple threat for the number one contendership for the tag team championship. Because of Omos.
Omos, whatever. Sophie's like, I love eating candy corn. It tastes good. I don't like regular corn, though.
Nobody's rooting for you. There's like 10 people in America that are rooting for you.
Some people.
Look at the crowd. The crowd is.
People's like, be right back. Can I do that too? Be right back, guys. I'm out. I feel like Argus. I'm so bored. I just need to find something to do. Stuff food in my face or
drink water.
Drink water. says, did Liv win or did she lose? Liv hasn't been around to win or lose anything, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, Lord. Why would she even say something like that?
Oh, my God.
You're nothing
without that title. Sophie says, who is taking care of Becky and Seth's baby while they are away? It's probably a nanny. Either that or a goat. Oh, God, this woman. Seriously. Her character is dumb.
She's trying to say she's the smartest.
I want my match. Says candy corn is okay, but it's just not like my all-time favorite. Right? Candy corn's like okay. Supernova zaps in the chat. Supernova's like possibly a babysitter. I'm sure that they probably have a more full-time person than a babysitter that probably has to travel with them and take care of said baby.
Back of the line, bitch. She couldn't handle her temper. There's the respect word. A lot of people in prison for that respect word.
Disrespecting me. They disrespect. Well, she didn't say it. Michael Cole said it.
That was not Cole.
Or whoever said it on the side.
That's Corey Graves.
Oh, he's saying the disrespecting?
Mm-hmm.
Is she going to cry? Is she going to fucking cry?
She almost looks like she's going to cry.
She's going to fucking cry. Oh, my God. Stop with the crying.
It's the way they do it now.
It's so emotional. I have to cry. Whack. Oh, she caught it. Sour Sweets in the chat saying,
hey,
ho,
Sour.
ho, ho, ho. Phil
Green
says,
Giant.
when will Seth take time off from wrestling and take care of his child?
Never.
Never.
He got to put food on the table.
Hello, people. That's why they have nannies. Don't take away the jobs of the nannies.
Oh! It's about time.
Oh, God.
She's poking her in the eye. Get her back. Put her out of wrestling for a few months.
Something, right? Like, rip her hair off or... I mean, like, beat the crap out of her. She should have stayed in there and just beat the living shit out of her with that
Hey, she should have pulled the
stick.
Monday Night Messiah and done the eye thing with the kendo stick.
Something. She should have just whacked her with that stick until it broke.
Back of the line, Esther.
So weird. Ugh. This is dumb as fuck.
So we're going to have Esther, Becky later tonight. Hopefully it's the last time. Oh, shit.
What'd she say?
Just not tonight.
Oh.
They're putting it off. She
Feels
should have
like-
done it tonight, and that would have been the last time ever.
Bruh, Liv, stop crying. You're fine now. It's not hurting your precious feelings. LOL. Sophie's like, it seems like Labor Day weekend will be the time that both AEW and WWE will be on that weekend. Probably.
Yes, it will be. They're going to be on it the exact same day, so we're going to be here all day, basically.
It's a good thing it's a 3-day weekend, I guess.
Why?
Because then I might actually get a weekend. Because it'll be like work. Films like ha ha ha, laughing, lots of laughing faces.
You don't work that Friday unless you get a different job. That's a year away, though.
Oh, because it's in September.
Yeah.
Well, I get a 4-day weekend then. Because we usually get Mondays off too.
It should be exciting.
If
I mean,
it's Labor Day
it's
weekend.
weird that we're talking about it in such detail right now, and it's like literally 10 months away or whatever.
Like, a
11
4-day
months away.
weekend, yay!
I could get a 4-day weekend in 11 months.
Oh my god! Oh wait, I get one of those in November. Oh, Lita's like the Bianca haters. It's not that I hate Bianca.
No.
It's not about hating Bianca.
It's WWE's fault.
Hate what they're doing with her character right now. Pushing her at the fucking title and happy to see her with what's-her-face, Becky,
They did this
all the time.
They did the same thing with Roman. They just kept putting him out there and putting him out there and putting him out there and putting him out there. It's like, Dude, just let him go do some other stuff.
It's fine if he has matches with other people. It's fine if she doesn't get the title. It's fine. It's not like she's never, ever, 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 ever going to be champion again. But the more they put her in my face like this, the more I never want to see her as champion ever again.
It's like a year after the last time she tries to get the title is when I want to see her have the title.
Sophie says, when will Lacey and Ronda come back since both have just gave birth not that long ago, like a month or two apart from each other?
Well, hopefully
Ronda
Lacey
Rousey
as soon as possible, and then Ronda, hopefully we don't see her.
Ever see her
She
again.
ruined the women's division. They still haven't fully recovered from that when she was there. It was tough. It was a long road to recovery. You know, a lot of that might have had something to do with Becky getting hurt, or not hurt, but pregnant. I guess it's hurt, but...
Yeah.
Because she got pregnant not too far after that match. So she never really got a good title run. Mm-hmm. Here comes Damian.
Yeah. Then here says, Becky used Aletha's favorite word. That's the highlight of the night. What word was it?
She called her a bitch.
Oh. Becky's still a scumbag, though. So after Bianca, I guess Liv and Dana are next in line as top contenders.
She was saying it. Rhea.
Sophie says, I love Kit Kats and Hershey bars to eat. And Alita says, pack a picnic. Piccolo says, I have to stay away from chocolate. It's not good for you.
Yeah, it is not good for you. I like a symphony bar every once in a while. Not like in the past 3 years or whatever. But...
Are you talking about the ones that I get?
Yeah, those symphony bars are good.
The almond and toffee ones? So dark chocolate actually isn't that bad for you. It's just in moderation, right? You just can't eat 5 candy bars of it. And the darker the chocolate percentage, the better for you it is. It's just kind of like the whole women in red wine thing. A glass of red wine's actually not bad for people. But again, it's moderation, right? You don't just go eat a whole bag. Film says, I love me some Laffy Taffies, green ones, strawberry, cherry, all kinds, except the purple. Not my favorite purple. Purple's gross because it's grape. Ugh. Sophie says, congrats to Carmella and Corey for getting engaged this weekend. Or they finally decided they're going to tie the knot, huh? Piccolo says, I do like yogurt-covered pretzels.
Should have put a ring on it. He's like, I better put a ring on it.
I feel like Piccolo is acting really weird tonight.
Maybe she's pregnant.
Piccola is a dude.
The fuck? Carmella.
Oh, Carmella. I'm like, what are you talking about? I said, blah, blah, is acting really weird. You're like, maybe she's pregnant. It did not flow with the conversation.
Fat Lisa.
Fat Lisa is pregnant. That's why it's Fat Lisa. Boom says, seriously, the weekends are the best. Sophie says, Seth and Kevin Owens in a fatal 4-way once again, like they did 5 years ago.
That's true.
Olivia
I was just
says,
looking that up.
No, they haven't, and I thought it was just me. As Finley says, yes, I agree with you, Travis.
Have you seen this? They're doing a new Ghostbusters.
Afterlife one.
Uh-huh. They find the instrument and they open it.
Mm-hmm.
And they unleash all of them.
That's weird. But I guess. Anyways, Alita said no, they haven't, and I thought it was just me. I don't know what it was. As Film says, seriously, the weekends are the best.
Isn't there a singer named The Weeknd?
Yes.
He did the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Film says, yes, I agree with you, Travis. Sophie says, I wonder how the pay-per-view is going to hold both AEW and WWE on the same day. Film says,
It's okay because they're in UK, so it'll be on in the daytime. And then when prime time comes along, then AEW's show will start.
Oh, they're talking about what we were talking about, Ronda and the women's division never coming back from.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe that's what
No, it'll never recover.
But
I mean, it will, but...
It will. It'll take it a long time, though. And if they do stupid shit like they're doing with their characters, it's never going to happen.
This is tough. They have a lot of women on their roster. They need to start using them. They used Zelina.
Mm-hmm.
They did that correctly.
Yep.
And so they need another match now for women.
They had so many women in the back looking and watching her be crowned that the only one that they decided to use or utilize was Dewdrop.
Yeah.
Like, really, guys? Come on.
Well, they can't do Rhea and the Captain Save-A-Ho because they're tag team champions.
Mm-hmm.
We might not see them defend their titles ever again because there's no women's tag teams.
Film says poor Ronda Rousey is this mean. She'll probably not wrestle in WWE again. No, it's not mean, and I seriously think that
she just damaged the roster, and then the shit she said about him after she left.
Yeah.
You know, oh, it's not real.
Why on earth would you want that in anywhere near your stuff?
The joke fighting, you know, you can't take it seriously. Okay, then don't take their paychecks.
Yeah. Go back to MMA and get your ass fucking beat like you had the last few times you went there, you loser.
Yeah, she'd get her ass handed to her nowadays.
Alita's like eating a
Shevchenko would
beat
destroy
the
her.
Shit out of her. I would
and
love
Amanda
to
Nunes.
see that. I would fucking pay a full pay-per-view price of $75 to see just that.
Shevchenko it wouldn't be a good match.
It would be hilarious. Oh no, it would be a great match. It would be so fantastic to watch Shevchenko just beat the living shit out of her. I would enjoy it so much.
But she would be in Amanda Nunes' weight class, and Amanda Nunes
would beat the living shit out of her again.
She will walk through her another time.
Alita says, eating a Reese's. Phil says, bra. And Alita says, Shaq that Laffy Taffy. Kiwi Lollipop says, I can't wait for the Ghostbusters movie.
It looks good, doesn't it?
Oh, nope. So Piccolo is not acting weird, and they are not pregnant. So Kiwi says the 2006 version is so trashy. Talking about the Ghostbusters women's one they did. It was okay if you just watch her for what it was.
I like it. I think it's pretty funny. I like what they did with Thor.
Sophie says, why are fans saying that after Ronda left the women's division went back to the way it was before she signed with the WWE? Did go back.
It had to start over.
Literally.
They had to pick up the ashes and try to make something. Because they buried all their women to make her look good. Remember, she even beat Liv for the title. That's the last time Liv's ever had been champion.
Yep.
She beat Ruby Soho, or whatever they call her. Ruby Riott, right? Ruby Riott was next in line. She was on her way up. They talked about her all the time as the next future.
She's going to be it. Ronda fucked her over too.
I mean, she was just running through
garbage.
All these women, and it just hurt their characters. And then they still, like I said, what's her name? Alexa still hasn't been champion since. Mm-hmm. Now she has been in a title match since, so she's finally kind of getting back up there. But it took how many years? 2? I guess I'm asking questions.
It says because you said,
oh, I was trying to think.
Loud.
Right.
You have to say.
Look at the power.
So we have a match that may have happened down in NXT at some point, but we are watching Damian Priest and T-Bar, which is a nice matchup to see in WWE up on the main roster stuff,
formerly known as Djokovic or whatever his name was.
Djokovic.
And yeah, this is a couple big dudes.
Yes. Javier Francisco is in the chat. Hey, Javier. Sophie says, hopefully Corey doesn't mess up that marriage like he did with his first marriage.
The Bearcat claws his way to Raw.
Oh my God, Jesus Christ. So.
The Bearcat is clawing his way to Raw, guys. He is no longer Keith Lee.
Film Nation says, who winning a smelly armpit match? It can smell cleaner, dirty in this situation. Bliss or Charlotte Flair or Rhea Ripley or Nikki Cross or Liv Morgan. What do you think? Who do you think would win? And
it's very interesting armpit match there.
Ew, gross, dude. Looks like after SmackDwib, Charlotte could very well find herself losing her title like she lost the respect in the locker room. And if Ronda returns, I'll vomit on Vince's shoes.
Right. Says, I will buy a pair of Vince's shoes and puke on them.
Piccolo says, how long has Rousey been away from UFC?
It's been a few years. I would say 4. But I can't tell you the last time. I wasn't watching the UFC back in those days. Mm-hmm. I just remember watching her fight and she won. And I was like, oh, she's pretty good. And then the next month or whatever her next fight was, she got knocked out by Holly Holmes. All right, here he comes. Priest. Airborne. What was the point of jumping?
I have no idea. He jumped like 2 inches. It was hilarious. They're like, look
Broken
how far
arrow.
he jumped and the camera went like this.
T-Bar or Djokovic is down. I was hoping they were going to switch his name.
Yeah, somebody else said that in the thing too. But Luke says answering Sophie's women question too, because it's true. We are back to women's matches that last 2 minutes. And Sophie says, what are the chances that both AEW and WWE are going to hold a United Kingdom pay-per-view over the same weekend?
No.
Mini. Philip says...
I don't know if AEW do... Oh, Djokovic got disqualified. Or T-Bar.
How did
he threw the big-ass chair at him. A big chair, like that chair.
Oh, wow. One of the chairs?
Yeah, see it? He threw that at him and hit him with it. Damn. Now he's going to hit him with it.
Damn. Dude, he's all angry.
Damian Priest going loco.
Philip says, hold up, I meant to say clean or dirty, anything goes. Piccolo says, poor Djoka, whatever. He was a beast before this trash gimmick. Yeah, the whole retribution thing really ruined him. Sophie says they didn't change T-Bar's name, which is weird. I would hope they would have. Javier says, what is the point when Ronda joined WWE and she completely damaged the whole women's division and then left? It was supposed to help it. Supposedly she was there to help the women's division. But she didn't.
Yeah, she was supposed to headline them, but the problem was they put the title on her too soon.
That, and she couldn't fucking handle it. She could not handle the crowd
booed.
Hating her. They booed her so much that she couldn't remember what she was supposed to say and then cried about it because she's a little crybaby bitch. And now that's why she goes home and she's a keyboard warrior on her, I play games, look at me. And then she talks shit about things. And it's like, yeah, bitch, because you couldn't make it.
This match was over a long time ago.
So Damian Priest is just beating the crap out of T-Bar because
he hit him with a crossroads.
So he has literally, like, beaten him up. Okay, so is Damian Priest just Hispanic? Or is he Native American?
I have no idea.
Whatever you want.
Indian? I have no idea.
Or Indian. and Hispanic. I was just curious because he has a tattoo of owls on him, and in Native American culture, they usually don't like to put owls on him.
The bringer of death. Look at Carmella with her face.
They respect them and they worship them.
That mask is disgusting looking. Look at its mouth.
Well, we've seen it on her. It does not help her face.
Look at her chest. Her chest looks fantastic. It's all like squished in there. They're like, we need some straps in the middle of that.
They're like, okay, we need to make sure you stop having goddamn wardrobe malfunctions. So we need you to tie them up better.
It's like she found that strap from like an old outfit she used to wear. See, it's like camo. It's the jaguar print. Yeah.
Leopard print.
Hey, but at least it gets your attention off her face.
Right? She has a face.
I love that she knows. I mean, how big of a person do you have to be to go, you know what? I'm basically perfect except for my face. I'm going to make a fucking mask and I'm going to wrestle in it. Right? And she makes it out of gold and diamonds and shit. Like, so obviously it's pretty. So she's prettying her face up, looking like Leatherface.
That's weird. Sophie says this is the first time ever they announced that
Mela is money.
And SummerSlam is in July for the first time ever.
She didn't even bring her mask with her. Maybe she has those people holding it.
Maybe. Chris says this is Priest's new character. That's why he got a new entrance theme. It's half good in evil. That's why he is attacking T-Bar. So he didn't do his whole Damian Priest Archer thing. I wasn't really paying attention to his entrance. Film says, P.S. I know it's a little weird, but don't hate me for it. Nobody hates you for your...
Don't play the hater.
Sophie says that with the new pay-per-view schedule, they have a lot of time to build storylines and feuds. You should probably change that so you don't give yourself a headache.
My hat?
Yeah, because you're playing with it a lot. Chris says, shouldn't this be a Kross character? Film's like, I love it. Alita says he's Native and Hispanic. Okay, I was wondering about that. Film says, why Ronda Rousey? Why? Sophie's like, I'm guessing Priest is a heel now. Piccolo says, who's looking at her face? I was not looking at her face.
That's what I said too. Who's looking at her face?
I wasn't even looking at her face.
I was looking at her fake face.
I was like, oh, and then I was like, ooh, boobs. I was like, there's a lot of boobs right there.
This all squished up in your face.
Film's like, I love Bliss. And Vindicator says, unfortunately, I can't see my girl Liv in action, so I'll be back in 20 minutes, guys. Sunny Madashia is in the chat.
Hey,
saying,
Sunny.
"I'm back."
Thanks for
Hey,
joining
Sunny,
us.
nice to see you back. Thanks for hanging out with us again on this
Getting
WWE
ready to watch
Raw.
some Liv Morgan with us?
And Carmella. Walter is in and out of the chat. He says, "Okay, bye guys. See you this Wednesday for AEW. Sorry, couldn't stay for Raw."
We will be here.
We'll be here for Wednesday.
Live. Like normal, I guess.
Yes, Film says, "Woo," and Pico says, "Later, Walter." Sophie says, "And ever since Ronda left, the WWE hasn't done another all-women's pay-per-view."
Nope.
Why would they when she ruined everything? Lolita's like, "Wonder how much working out to do for part of that body."
Oh, I'm sure she had to do a lot. It's basically her whole life's dedication to look like that.
I don't think she was talking about Carmella. I'm pretty sure she might be talking about Priest or T-Bar or something.
Well, either way, that's a lot of work.
Yes. Vindicator says, "Oh, and it's don't hate player. Hate everyone who plays the games, Travis."
Right. I was trying. I was so tongue-tied. I was upside down. I was hoping nobody heard me. As I'm like, don't hate the player, hate everything else in the world.
Sunny's like, "I will come in 30 minutes because I am busy." Well,
Awesome.
Thank you for stopping by for just a minute. We appreciate it. Unfortunately, we're in a commercial right now for Raw, but we are coming up on a match between Liv Morgan and Carmella that's happening on Raw
They should just
tonight.
show Carmella over there in the corner.
Luna says SmackDown is on FS1 this week. I forgot. Oh, is it on FS1 this week too? It was last week.
It was not last week.
I know, but I thought it was.
Well, yeah, but we're in the World Series now.
Oh, I see.
So.
Lots of games happening.
For sure not going to be on.
Right.
And it starts on Tuesday, so at best that's game, 4, 3? Tuesday, Wednesday, and then road Thursday. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Or do they do 2-2-2-1? No, they can't do that. So 2-2-1-1-1. Or do they go 2-2-2-1?
I don't know.
I think they go 2-2-1-1-1.
Right. Sophie's like, "Brock is officially on SmackDown even though he says he is a free agent." Is he really though? Officially?
Well,
Is
they hit the nail on the head with that match they did at Crown Jewel.
Film says, "Thank you, Wrestling Gab. You guys are awesome. So are you."
Fantastic for
People
joining us.
says Mella was a former Patriot cheerleader.
Yeah, she was a Laker girl too, I believe.
Javier says then
But I
when
could be wrong.
Ronda comes, WWE is going to bring back the women's pay-per-view. No.
I had a friend
Ronda's never coming back, hopefully.
that we went to school with that was also a Laker girl, and she was a Utah Jazz dancer too.
Oh, cool. Oh, cash your vote for The Miz tonight and throughout the entire season by texting.
He's still in it then, huh?
21523.
How
I
long
did
is
not
that
know
show?
he was.
How long is it?
I don't know. If you're like Saxon and don't have a phone, borrow your mom's phone. Byron Saxon has nothing to say. They have helpers out there for her. Okay.
Yeah, she's got makeup artists. They have masks on, so it's kind of weird, but
Oh my god. What the fuck?
I look so beautiful. Oh my god.
People's like, yeah, sports ball
See?
takes priority. Javier says that.
Corey, it's about protecting an investment. Your investment.
Okay, the investment should be her boobs, not her face, but okay. Luke says it goes 2-3-2, but Alita says it goes 2-2-1-1-1. And Film says, "I don't really pay attention to Carmella's mask. The only thing I pay attention to is her breasts and armpits. Those are the only things I stare at." And Luke's like, "Oh, they changed it?" And Pico is like, 1-2-1-2 Batman signal #.
1-2-1-2. It's like DMX.
No, she wasn't. She
1-2-1-2.
wasn't a Patriot cheerleader. She wasn't anything.
Yeah, she's a
I'm just
Patriot
kidding.
cheerleader.
I don't know, Alita. She wasn't what? Which part are you saying no, she wasn't?
She might not have been a Laker girl.
Sophie says you could tell who are diehard wrestling fans and who is fans of baseball, football, or hockey. Luke says it used to be home team got first 2 games and last 2 games if needed. That's how it was when Royals played the Giants in the series. So you're saying it should go 2-1-1-1-2.
No. It has to go 2-2. Right? 2 at home, 2 on the road. But they used to go 2. Didn't they do like 2-3-2?
That's what Luke said.
Yeah, so
He
2,
said
3,
it
2.
goes 2, 3, 2.
Right.
But Alita says it goes 2, 2, 1, 1, 1.
Right. And they have done both, but it used to be 2, 3, 2. 1, 2. When my Giants beat his Kansas City Royals.
Yeah.
My Giants were the best team in baseball this year, but it was like all phony. The whole year I was like, oh, they're not going all the way.
Right.
They're not going all the way.
Well, that's what Luke said. It used to be home team got the first 2 games, the last 2 games if needed, and that's how it was when the Royals played the Giants in the series.
And it gives them such a huge advantage because you know how hard it is to win 3 games in a row, no matter where you're at, even if you're at home.
Right, yeah.
So even the road team can't win the 3 home games.
Right. Sophie says, where's Asuka and Elias? Well, hopefully Asuka's just taken a much-needed
They
vacation
are
break.
free agents.
Javier says Liv needs to win the women's title and films like Poor Liv. Chris
I was
says
thinking
Liv
more like
Morgan.
Slapjack. Where's Slapjack? You know, I mean, like, where's the star power
Where'd
in
he
Slapjack?
go? Sophie's like The Undertaker being the first 2022 Hall of Fame inductee. Alita says, not a Laker girl. That's the not.
Okay.
And Luke says, yes to what you're talking about, the baseball stuff. And Sophie says, I meant I could see The Undertaker being announced as the first 2022 Hall of Fame inductee.
Uh-oh, that might have done it.
Oh, no.
She's so close to that rope, though. Nope,
But
she
she's
kicked out anyways.
instead. Chris says the Astros, baby, are winning the World Series. Boo.
They probably will. Bang a drum.
Are they going
Bang a drum.
to
No, I'm teasing.
cheat?
That's
to
that's
win?
what bang a drum means.
I know. They're going to cheat to win. Film says, hey, Misty,
Up,
did
under.
you read the matchup between Bliss versus Mandy Rose armpit matchup? Did you get a chance to read it? I did read it, hun. We didn't really have an answer to your dirty, smelly armpit one.
Why is she just standing there? Congratulations on getting engaged.
Alita says, I know we've had our share. Sophie says, I thought doing 2 days of Mania will get harder being back on the road. I guess they
I would
found a
think
way to do
so.
it for next year.
Uh-oh, here it is. Inside cradle. A fruit roll-up. No!
No. The answer is no.
Oh, wow. That might have done it. 1, 2, and 3. Carmella! She's beat her every week. They need to stop now. It's over.
Right?
Please stop having this match. It's over. It's done. It's played out.
Let Carmella have her thing. And
Let her
have
move
Liv
forward.
Go somewhere else and do more
There's plenty of
fighting
women on the
somewhere.
roster. She's beat her every single time.
Was she doing
like she's
her
still-
dance that she normally did before?
Yes.
Her moonwalk? Film says it was an armpit licking match. Oh, God.
Oh, God.
Between Bliss versus Mandy Rose. I was going to ask who would win.
Everybody that watches.
Film
There's a
says,
lot of victory in that one.
who's winning right now on Raw? Well,
Carmella just
won.
pinned Liv Morgan. Vin's going to come back all sorts of
Alita says,
salty.
think she was a hornet instead. And Chris says, yes, we will cheat to win, just like the GOAT Latino Heat Eddie. I was just teasing, by the way.
Look, the Bearcat scratching his way to Monday Night Raw.
They're like, all right, well, we've seen you once since your new name. Let's see what else you can do.
It is time to give him a huge push. And not against these little Tozawa-looking motherfuckers.
Right? Like, well, we know you're strong. Let's have you throw
They
this
do
guy.
this a lot. They push a couple, 2 or 3 guys at a time. But it's like, okay, Karrion Kross right now.
Mm-hmm.
And then who wins that one? Now let's push
He
it.
crosses way to Raw next. So is he going to, like,
This music?
out with-
It's a grizzly bear. It's a sick grizzly.
Sophie says it's the first time the Braves been in the World Series sometime in the 90s.
Yeah, they dominated the 90s. They could have been the team of the 90s, but the Yankees kind of won more World Series in the 90s. But that was my team. I loved that team. Smoltz, Maddox, Glavine, the Avery, Marcus Grimson, what's his name? Andrew Jones, Chipper Jones.
Phil's like, oh, you go, Carmella. Chris is like, Eva Marie versus Mella. Phil says, yes. And Pico's like, certainly not the viewers' eye rolls.
All right, so seriously, guys, the Bearcat. I wonder if he came up with his own name before I dog it too much.
I don't know, but he did get introduced as Keith Bearcat Lee.
Oh, thank God.
And his jacket he had on did say Keith Lee on the front of it only.
Okay, thank God.
Javier says when Ronda comes back, they are going to do the same thing that they do always next couple of months, give her the title and then lose the title. Ronda is never coming back.
I just don't see her coming back. I don't see her getting the dedication to get in that kind of shape again.
Right. Even though supposedly she's talking about it, but... Sophie says the WWE could do something like what baseball does for the World Series for a tournament in the future. Chris says Keith Lee looking like AJ Styles with the jacket.
Right.
And Melissa Schaefer's in the chat. Hey, Melissa.
Hey, Melissa.
Hello. How's it going? Hi. Hello.
I already watched The Prophets.
How's your...
Oh, it's like comfort on my head.
I know. That's why I was like, why are you still wearing it? Film says, I hope Bliss comes back soon. I miss her and her beautiful, feminine, and sexy empress. Wow, what a woman. Yes.
She's got her face operated on. It's going to be a minute.
Sophie says, my Mets haven't won the World Series since the 80s.
The Mets?
Pico says Dave Justice and Ron Gant, former Braves.
Oh, shit, Dave Justice. I forgot about Dave Justice. He came from the freaking Indians, though. Like, Ron Gant. Who was the other guy they had? There was a stud. They had a super stud that played first base for him. Fred McGriff, the crime dog.
That's funny.
That's
Alita
right.
says she's not coming back. Like, right? Agreed, Alita. Ronda's not coming back.
Knock on wood.
Film, right? Film says, come on, WWE gives Cesaro a push already. And as Alita says, go P, go, know your Braves. And Javier says, and there is a lot of superstars that took them a couple of years to win the world title. Yes. There are. Lots of them took a long time, and they take ones that don't deserve it and then put it right on them immediately, which is ridiculous. Redonkulous. Alita says, Murphy. Chris says, well, Keith Lee is basically... in the Indies, but WWE has reduced him to nothing. Okay.
Yeah, he has the perfect character just with himself. Like, they didn't need to do any rebranding. They didn't need to brand him at all. He was already the guy coming out of NXT. Just leave him alone, let him go, and they just couldn't. They're like, oh, we have to tinker with this. We have to make this a superstar.
We have to do something different. He's been away for a while. Let's change it.
I mean, when it just first came up normally.
And Luke says if Ronda comes back, she will get booed louder than ever. Probably lot of death threats, too.
She's not coming back.
Film says, yes, I agree with you, Luke. And Sophie says they were teasing a big push for Keith Lee when he debuted on the main roster a year ago.
They sure were. They were putting him right up against the big guys, the champions.
Yeah, right? We have Shaquan in the chat. Hey,
Shaquan
says, hey, guys. Hello. How's
Thank you for
going?
coming back and hanging out with us.
Are you enjoying this nice, wonderful Monday night of Raw?
Did you just watch Carmella beat Liv Morgan?
They've had some stuff. And
now we've got
Cedric Alexander against Bearcat.
This is the competition I'm talking about, though. This is what I want to see. It's not Tozawa.
Film says, well, then thank gosh Ronda Rousey isn't in the WWE.
Oh, shit.
Ruin the division. Yes.
Yeah, you don't want her in your women's division at all.
Yeah, no. Rehan is in the chat.
Hey,
good morning, guys. Hey, Rehan, how's it going?
Good morning.
Good morning to you. Are you able to watch Raw this time? Or do you have to watch Raw some other time? We are watching Raw right now.
The Bearcat just threw Cedric about 15 feet.
Yeah, he threw him outside the ring, kind of. Like over there. On that side. He just went boop, and he flew over that way.
Look at him smiling with that little quirky smile that he's got. What does he want to go strength with him?
I don't think he did. I think he just wanted to get him close so he could kick it.
I'm going to kick you in the leg. That's the new thing that they've been doing in WWE. Kick in the leg.
I can't wait until that backfires on him.
Watch some of these legs snap.
Seen it happen. It was gross.
I've seen it happen twice.
Yes. I don't know if I saw it the second time, but I did see
Conor
that one
McGregor.
time. Oh, yeah, but his was a different kind of snap. It wasn't quite as gory.
You
That
still
one
step
guy-
back on it.
Oh, that was
Yeah, that one,
horrible.
because it was up higher. But anyways, the
And you could
Bearcat
see it.
absolutely dominating.
back.
No offense from Cedric.
He tried. He kicked a little and ran around. Chris says maybe Liv actually doesn't care about winning. Maybe she just likes the attention, though, on social media, like when she cries about losing.
Who knows? I can't put any words into her mouth. I don't understand what's happening.
Sophie says, when will AEW want to sign Goldberg since they like to sign former WCW legends? Probably never.
Bring Goldberg in as a manager. Oh, Cody would love it. I bet you Cody would be happy to bring him in.
Right?
He's not going to wrestle. He's going to be more like Sting. But,
Yeah. Sting wrestles some.
And then Goldberg would, a little.
Sophie's like, Cesaro did hint a feud with Brock. Oh, God, could you imagine
Cesaro. Poor guy. Don't get me wrong. I'd like to see it. Can you imagine Brock swinging? No.
Could you imagine Cesaro trying to swing it? No.
No.
Chris is like, I don't like Lee's shorts. I like the shorter shorts.
All right. Yeah, he's got some long shorts. I didn't even notice that.
You don't like him wearing his workout
Oh,
shorts?
that was his Bearcat. Is a Bearcat a thing?
I don't think so.
Because isn't a bear related to dogs? 1, 2, and 3. Something fell off. Was it his
somebody's
mouthpiece?
Mouth guard. I don't know whose mouthpiece. His or...
Probably Cedric. Cedric had to wear a mouth guard because he didn't want to lose any teeth
He's like, well,
as
I
he's
wanna make
airborne.
Sure,
Look at
I want
this.
to make sure I don't lose any of my teeth out of my mouth.
Ugh. It is good to see Keith Lee back on TV. And now are we going to see his woman?
Because, no.
We've never actually seen her wrestle on the main roster, have we?
Yeah,
Did
she
Reckoning
in
wrestle?
Yeah, she did. in
Oh,
her-
she got
did
beat
a couple
bad,
times.
huh?
She did. It was funny.
I can't remember who she
laughed.
wrestled, but I do remember it now.
It was so funny. I laughed. So
Remember, her mask came off.
It did.
It wasn't supposed to that one time.
It wasn't.
Huh,
Oh, it was
yeah,
glorious.
That was like a year ago. Oh, Cedric!
Benjamin.
Cedric, he's not scared of you.
Shelton.
Shelton. Might as well have him go twice.
Benjamin. Mr. Shelton.
Just go again.
He's like, oh, no, it's cute.
Or bring
It's
Big
cute.
Bobby out there and
You're
let
cute.
Bobby go with him.
You're funny.
Look at Cedric.
Cedric's like, I can't get out of the ring fast enough.
Cedric reminds me of my sophomore year of high school drinking.
He's like, I am drunk. I don't know where I am right now.
My cousin would get so mad at me.
Phil's like,
Oh my God,
should
dude,
go
shut up.
Phil Nation says Cesaro should go up to Paul Heyman and say be my manager and help me out once he's done with the Roman and Lesnar.
This earlier tonight, Dominic right there in his dad's corner.
I just want to get zoomed. Chris says bring in Big Papa Pump in NXT with Braun Breaker.
Oh, I mean, I'd be okay with it if they did it as a manager and they didn't have him wrestle. But he's pretty good on the mic himself. Can I get a selfie?
Oh God. Oh God.
Weird. I'm okay with it, but Dominic's getting beat.
If he doesn't get his ass beat, then we have a problem. If Theory can beat the crap out of Jeff Hardy like he does, then he needs to beat the living shit out of Dominic and make him cry in the corner. Sophie says there is still no storyline explanation on why they brought back Shelton and Cedric together again. And, you know what? I'm not going to
They had nothing else for them.
Back. They're working. They're on TV.
I love
don't
tag
think they're
teams. It's
crying about
perfect.
it.
There's nothing wrong with it. Let's keep tag teams together. We should make that a hashtag. Protect the tag team.
Protect the tag team. Hashtag protect the tag team. Films like Misty, you know what it means. WAW. Isn't that the women's something?
WAW Wrestling Amateur. I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
I've never heard of it.
Sophie says Cesaro was
There's
a tall
WOW,
Roman guy
like
at one
Women of
point in
Wrestling.
his career. And Luke says a Bearcat is a real animal, but from the mongoose family, but looks like a cat bear. LOL. That sounds That's like cat dog, right? Fucking made up shit. Just kidding. Chris says Otis versus Keith Lee. Alita says Bearcats is in the Wolverine type of animal. Now we've got Wolverines and mongooses, totally separate things. So if he's like, Keith Lee did almost die, that why he missed all those months of TV this year.
Yeah, he had a bad heart.
Yeah. Chris says Austin Theory time. And Film says, hey, Misty and Travis, how would you book Bliss's new gimmick? A sexy hippie character. How would you book it?
I'm fine with sexy hippies.
Sexy hippie character.
Would she be like a crackhead? Would she... Oh, not crackhead, sorry. That's not hippie. Like, would she be like Matt Riddle? Because I think she could pull it off.
She's all like...
Hanging out with Nia.
Look at all the rainbows and butterflies.
Hey, Nia.
She could be all fanning over Nia. Sophie says maybe they're setting up Bearcat Lee versus Big E for a future pay-per-view feud.
They could.
Chris says that's a cool match, Dom versus Theory.
I'm okay with that. Fresh.
Vindicator says, so good for the Bearcat having another easy meal tonight, but the real story is the continued mishandling of Liv. She needs to go to AEW, push Bunny and Penelope to the side, and take the belt.
You guys...
Vindicator, you're sad.
She's never going to be champion
She's just
anywhere she goes except for maybe like WoW or something. She's not... She doesn't have it. You got to have something, and she doesn't have it. Right? I can't be the only person in the world that thinks this. I've watched wrestling my whole life. She doesn't have that or it or... I feel like you have to be able to do a promo at least a little bit.
If she disappeared from wrestling tomorrow, I don't think that I'd be like, gosh, where did Liv Morgan go? That's what I mean by it. Like, the it means, like, if they disappeared, you'd be like,
right.
Where the hell did so-and-so go? I haven't seen
like,
them
it's not that she... And the crazy part is because she's pretty, right? Like, she really is pretty. And she has a nice butt. And so you think that I would be, like, all over it a little bit. But I'm just... I need more than that. And I've seen other girls in there that just have that. And I'm like, oh, she's fine. You know, like, good to look at or whatever. But it's her personality that subtracts from her butt. You know what I mean? Like, how can you subtract from your own butt? And she's got a pretty face. She's not ugly at all. Like, not even close. She's actually kind of pretty. Like, really pretty, you know?
So it was like, Austin Theory does look like Ray's son. Vindicator says, get it away from that trashy and attractive dental hygiene reject Brat Baker. Pickle says, craptastic dialogue. Let me take a selfie when I beat you. That's wrestling conversation there, kiddies.
Right.
Sophie says, Mia Yim haven't wrestled on main roster TV yet. Lies.
No, she's wrestled a couple times.
She has as Mia Yim.
Yeah.
And as Reckoning.
I can't remember the Mia Yim part.
That one that she was really bad at. That wasn't in NXT.
That was NXT. Yeah, that was against Shayna Baszler.
Was that in NXT?
Yeah, we did that one. It was on Saturday before SummerSlam.
Oh, it was. I'm pretty sure we've seen her on the main roster, though, wrestling. Maybe in a Royal Rumble or something.
And it could have been there. Survivor Series when they did that NXT Survivor Series thing.
I've seen her on the main roster. It wasn't.
I think she did the Survivor Series match with Rhea Ripley and those girls.
Film says, yeah, Carmella should ditch the mask. And Luke says, this is from the Cincinnati Zoo. Oh, are you saying that Keith Lee belongs in a zoo? Is that what you're trying to say, Luke? Because he's a bear cat? It's kind of rude. Just kidding. Alita's like, okay. Chris says, OMG, Liv Morgan, you just lost a damn match. Stop fucking tweeting. Tweet, 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 tweet. Sophie's like, who do you think will leave WWE for AEW first, Charlotte or Kevin Owens?
Kevin Owens.
Luke says,
Charlotte's never leaving.
Right? No matter how much they hate her. Luke says Bearcat Bentrong, Articus Bentrong, also known as the Benturong. The Bearcat is agile like a cat in the canopy and less adept on ground, walking flat-footed like a bear. However, it is neither a bear or cat, but but from the civet and mongoose family. Now, question, is a Wolverine in the civet or mongoose family? Because I don't think they are.
I don't think so. I think they're
Phil
a dog.
says Jeff Hardy should have one more WWE title run. If he's going to lose to dumbass people like Austin Theory, then no, he doesn't deserve it.
Austin Theory's new.
I don't care.
He's going to be Willow or whatever he's going to be.
Sophie says people comparing Charlotte's attitude to Tessa Blanchard for some reason.
Just
That's
silly.
not right.
What she's doing is so great for the company that it's getting people
Vince
talking.
is not going to be like, that bitch had a meltdown and a tantrum.
Oh, Vince
Not
loves it.
on TV did she do anything that would be considered really that disrespectful. She actually did shit that probably he's going, yeah, I'm okay with it. There's no way she's being reprimanded.
He wants
that.
wrestlers that reach for the brass ring.
And
that's his thing. And that's what she did.
Right.
Like, she took that segment to another level.
And if the dumb bitches in the back want to fucking complain about it, go get another job.
The girls don't want a wrestler because they're scared of doing one-on-one mic work with her.
Why? Because they can't talk?
They can't do mic work with her. None of them can. I mean, Becky can, but there's a very few that can do mic work with her because she's mean.
Uh-huh.
And that's awesome. That's so good for
Even
business.
Bliss, who's really good on the mic, had a hard time.
Now, Bliss had a hard time because she's handcuffed by her character.
Yeah.
If she wasn't handcuffed by her character, she would have went toe-to-toe, and I think she would have been fine.
She would have been just as mean, because I've seen her be mean.
Yeah, she can be as...
She can be just as nasty and mean as Charlotte.
If she comes back as the goddess, it's on.
Oh my god. I hope she does or something, because this character she's doing just has hit a wall, and
it's handcuffed because she has to be a nice little girl.
Yeah.
So she can't be mean.
But she can be mean, but it has to be the dolls being mean.
Right.
It's so weird.
All right, Austin Theory in there with Dominik. Yeah. The Christmas donkey.
Vindicator says people only care about Bliss because of her looks, because she is garbage in the ring and on the mic. So she doesn't have it either, but still got title chance after title chance. Liv has none.
Bliss is fire on the mic. If she's not the best, she's the second best in the whole WWE women's division. And that's just because
she's doing now, she was always in the ring. And the only reason why she may have been trash is because she got hurt a lot.
Right.
She's
a little bit smaller. The smaller girls have a harder time wrestling. Oh shit, I thought Austin Theory was going to lose that.
Right? He almost did.
But it looks like they're pushing Austin Theory, so.
What? But they're not going to push Dominik anymore? No. Oh.
Dominik, it's going to be some sort of feud with his dad. Dominik's fine if he just leaves, right? Like, I don't think he has fans.
Picola says, bears and cats living together, mass hysteria.
It is.
Films like
dogs,
WAW
cats living together.
Armpit wrestling, that's what it stands for. Oh, that's right.
Oh,
that's
slingshot across the top.
Before.
Austin Theory is going to end it right here. Done.
Oh.
The ATL. Atlanta.
Dominik didn't get his
it's done.
out there enough.
Get that selfie. Where's your phone at, Austin?
It's on the thing over there, probably.
Hurry and go get it, boss. I want to see this picture. Why isn't he getting his phone?
I don't know.
Maybe it's because he's not good enough.
Says Vin Bliss is good on the mic, right? And Film says totally Bliss is good on the mic. Sophie says wait till MVP comes back. And Vindicator says people want fresh faces in big matches. They keep throwing Dollar Store Mella out there for the title chances, and Zelina. Neither one of them have nothing to offer.
Well, Zelina's queen now, but I agree with you a little bit on Carmella.
He's like, let's take a selfie together with them.
Although
the ref's all angry.
Carmella looks really good, so I can see why they're pushing her, because they like to have a little bit of candy.
Yeah, that happens.
Like, I can see why they're doing that. But I don't know why they keep doing Liv Carmella. Liv Carmella. I mean, they did it for months on SmackDown.
Yeah, it's getting old.
And now
Way
they're on
older.
Raw. Hey, look! RK Bro. Hey, Randy.
Nice pop, trust me. Chris says Theory shouldn't be in the ladder match tonight instead of fighting.
Hey, Randy, maybe we could be the two creepy girls from The Shining. What size of dress do you wear? You're talking about Halloween costumes.
Halloween costumes? Oh my god, poor Randy. He's probably like, what the fuck?
Who do you want to be for Halloween? You want to be the two creepy girls from The Shining? What size of dress do you wear?
We need to keep our eye on the prize and retain.
He's like, we're not wrestling the Dirty Dogs. Look at Randy's face.
He's like, oh my God, why are you so stupid?
I'm pretty sure they're wrestling Omos, aren't they? In AJ? Or did they cut that match?
Maybe they got it. I don't know.
Because he's like, we're going to go clean those Dirty Dogs up.
Maybe that triple threat took away AJ Styles and Omos' chances.
Maybe. And that's why Omos was out there.
Maybe that's why he was out there being all
Maybe
sad.
Omos will interfere in this one.
Sophie says, what is Austin Theory's storyline? And it seems like they are putting him in random feuds ever since he came back to the main roster. So he
Veterans.
Just wants to have,
he wants those selfies with
all the veterans.
With the people that he looks up to. And obviously that's Ray's son. Not Ray, but still.
Yeah. Luke says Wolverine is from the Mustelide family, which is not Mongoose related. Yeah. It's not a civet either. Wolverines are scary. Wolverines are terrifying animals.
Those were the animals that they had all the signs up in Yellowstone, like for the Asian tourists to pick up and put in their cars. They're like, if you're going to pick up an animal, pick this up and put it in your car.
Oh, God, no, don't do that. No, do not. If you see a Wolverine, do not pick it up and put it in anywhere near yourself. Don't even go near it. Stay away. It's like a badger. Stay away from the badgers, people.
Yeah, those honey badgers.
Honey badgers in Africa, especially.
Go to Africa and then watch those like cobras bite them.
Adorable.
The cobra bites it and kills it, and it's dead. It's laying there, and then
comes
it
back
wakes
to life.
up.
After it killed it.
Oh yeah, it wakes up like 20 minutes later and then eats
just
it.
Those fuckers are just crazy, but they're cute as fuck. I mean, who wouldn't want one as a pet? I get it.
It's like the venom doesn't kill it; it just puts it to sleep for
Yeah.
about 20 minutes. I was watching that, and I was watching it die, and I was like, "Oh."
I know, we were both watching it together, and I was like,
Animal Play.
"Oh my God!" And they're like talking about it. And the honey badger has this mechanism of defense. Blah blah blah. It can withstand so much venom from those snakes, and that's why it can hunt them. I was like, "Oh my God!"
And as it's dying, like in seizures and shit.
And it builds this up from the time it's a little badger all the way through. So crazy.
Little badger.
Chris says Theory should be in the ladder match tonight instead of fighting Dom. Sophie says, what is Austin Theory's storyline? And Vindicator said, sorry Luke, I can't remember one elite level Bliss promo even before the silly doll stuff. Sophie says, I want to see Austin Theory and Seth Rollins interact again. Chris says, well, Bliss didn't have a hard time. She would be meaner than Char.
Yeah, she's mean.
Beagle says Jeff Hardy is mistreated. I mean, I never liked the drunk driving angle. Hated it when Randy tried to tear his ear holes. And then the job to Karrion BDSM.
Yeah, actually, he beat Kross once, but yeah.
Film says, I would like to see Bliss in a sexy hippie because not only that, hippie have armpit hair and she can pull it off. So sexy. Book it, WWE. And Vindicator's like, Bliss was mean in life. That's funny. Film says, no, I disagree. I think she should go to NXT, which I'm talking about a Liv Morgan. Sophie says, wow, a fresh match. Film says, I miss the old Liv Morgan. Bring back the old Liv Morgan from NXT. Pico says, she's obviously a plastic mean girl. Vindicator says, even low-brow humor Zelina is better than Bliss, but neither can carry a big-time match, but still get treated like royalty. Film's like, RK Bro.
She's a queen. What are you supposed to do? Not treat her like a queen. Just tease.
Sophie says, when do you see AEW sign with a big TV deal like a CBS or ABC to really compete against the WWE?
Not happening for the major networks. I mean, it could happen on one of their sister networks.
Right. Film says RK Bro. Zoe Ziegler is like Devil Face. Film says RK Bro. Lita says Red Rum. Pico says Dirty Dogs done dirt cheap. Film says, I like Dr. Britt Baker. She's awesome. You can't hate Baker. Sophie says, I think this fatal 4-way ladder match might make Kevin Owens rethink re-signing with the WWE. Vindicator says, I hope Dana or...
Veer. They're going to push him singly.
Vindicator says, I hope Dana or Aaliyah get pushed because they need something going besides Becky, Bianca, Rhea, who will be back in the hunt eventually. And
I think
useless Zelina, nobody is down with Dewdrop either.
I honestly think Veer can do it.
As a singles wrestler?
Go all the way. He's so physical. I don't know what he talks like, though.
Right.
But if you can get somebody there to be his manager or even keep him with Jinder for a long time.
Chris says Randy seems like the type to take advantage of Riddle. Riddle be like, okay, Randy. And Luke says, who would win, Wolverine or a Tasmanian Devil?
I think a Wolverine, unless it's the one from the Bugs Bunny cartoon.
The Tasmanian Devil.
Because the Tasmanian Devils aren't that big. Right? Aren't they small?
I don't know if they're really that mean either. I mean, I know they're mean, but are they that mean?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure a Badger would.
Wolverine.
Yeah.
A Wolverine, not a Badger.
Oh, he didn't say
Wolverine or a Tasmanian Devil.
Okay, well, yeah, Wolverine wins that one.
Alita says Bearcats are very cute. Sophie says, where is AJ Styles? He was advertised tonight. Pico says, I'm afraid of emus, not gonna lie.
I think that's what's happened is AJ's not here, and he was supposed to be with Omos, and so I wonder if something happened to AJ and he couldn't come, and that's why they changed all that.
Maybe. So, question, Picola, you're afraid of emus. Are you afraid of ostriches also?
Emu?
Are you just afraid of large birds? Sophie says we are entering the final hour of Raw. That went by fast. Alita says meerkat are cutie, right?
Oh, aren't they?
Meerkats are pretty cute. Chris says Bliss and Liv are sexy hippies. Sophie says I'm guessing something happened with AJ, and Film says I miss Dana Brooke. Chris says now they are pushing Veer. Film says I say put Dana Brooke back on TV. And Sophie says we had more wrestling tonight than we did this past Friday.
Why don't they just put Liv with somebody else and make her a tag team and then become tag team champions?
Something.
That would be fun. I'd be okay with that. Then you guys could get her in a title and everything.
Sophie says Veer is giving me Lord Tensai vibes, and Alita's like mean as hell. Are you talking about that Tasmanian Devil, or are you talking about Wolverines?
Well, both.
Chris is like Veer versus Lee. Film's like I also like Dana Brooke too because of her feminine armpits. I love it how she flexes. That's sweet.
Get the flex in.
But Bliss will always be his number
RK
one.
bro. RK bro.
It's awesome. Sophie says Veer is giving me that, and Vindicator says it doesn't mean like it, Sophie. Tonight has been slow compared to Friday. And Piccolo says
if it was Friday, it'd be over.
But they're crazy big and run fast.
All right, we're heading into that last hour. Thank you for joining us tonight, guys. It looks like Dolph Ziggler's in there with the RK Bro.
This was
Riddle.
booked as an AJ Styles and a Moss match against RK Bro.
Yeah, for the titles. And this is a title match here. It doesn't say titles in the corner.
It does not say titles at all.
But I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be a title match.
Maybe it's not a title match, though, because it's not AJ Styles.
Maybe the Dirty Dogs will beat them then. The Glorious Show-Offs here.
RK Bro. RK Bro.
Everybody likes the RK Bro.
Everybody likes me whining your face off. Chris is like Bobby Roode would be a champion in AEW or Impact.
I think so if he was there long enough. I don't think he would be today. Like if he got let go, he wouldn't be the first champion. But it would be cool to see him fight Moose over there.
Chris is like Team Liv and Dana. that's the tag team.
That's the one you came up with.
That's the one he decided to put her with.
Everybody else would want to see Alexa with her. Miss Bliss. With Liv.
That's very awkward and weird.
It would be weird, but it would be okay. I would be okay with it. Either that or bring up the pregnant woman from NXT, Johnny Gargano's girl. I can't remember what her name is.
Chelsea?
No, that's definitely not her name. Anyways, her.
Oh, yeah.
With Liv.
She can't do that. She's having babies.
Well, that's what I said. Somebody like that. It doesn't have to be her.
I want to see
plenty of
Xia
women.
Li. Is she on SmackDown or
She
is
is
she
a
on Raw?
SmackDown woman, I believe. Yes, she's SmackDown.
Film says not going to lie. Armpit romance is in the air. That's nice.
It looked like Rude's dick was in Orton's face. Orton's like, God, don't look forward.
He's like, oh my God, that is not an armpit.
Get your dick out of my face. Yeah, it's a title match.
Huh. Is it? Weird.
Oh, we almost got an RKO out of nowhere. Rude. just sneaky.
Film says woo, and Chris says Alexa, Liv, and Scarlett. Who would get the title?
Oh, Shotzi. I forgot about Blackheart. You could put Blackheart up in there. So Blackheart and...
Put Liv and Shotzi together. Are they in the same brand?
I think so.
Raw? Is Shotzi on Raw?
No.
Or is she on SmackDown?
No, it's Tegan. Tegan's the Raw one. Shotzi's on SmackDown. Doesn't matter. We won't see him anyways.
Luke's like, I'm still mad they teased Liv and Tony Storm and nothing came from it. And you're talking about Candice LeRae. Oh, yeah, that lady.
Yeah, Candice. That's her name.
It started with a C. I almost got it.
Chelsea? Or what'd you say?
I said Chelsea.
Yeah.
But still a C.
Close enough.
Chris says, oh, Orton versus Big Bob. Pickle is like, well scouted. Film says, I love RK Bro as a tag team, but I also miss the bros weights.
The broser weights?
Yeah, I'm
That's him
okay
and
with
Pete Dunne.
never seeing Pete Dunne.
On the
His
main
onesie
roster?
is gross. Sophie's like, I wonder how much of this show got rewritten and how much of it was part of the original script.
He could. Knowing Vince, he's probably writing it on the way or something, because this match wasn't supposed to happen. So they had to put that triple threat right out of the gate. Something must be wrong with AJ, whether it's an injury or he just didn't show up or he's sick or something. Hopefully he's okay. Riddle's all sorts of knocked out on the floor.
His face. I don't know what to do with myself. Oh, God. Woke up his wife.
Jimmy's Johns. I love how he says
that.
it.
Is eating Jimmy John's as they're going to get whoever.
Damn it, Jimmy John's.
Damn you and your food items.
That's the brother from Everybody Loves Raymond. That's the only reason I even know who he is.
Right. Who is that guy? He's Ray's brother.
Right.
Old
He's a
Raymond's
cop
bro.
on the old
He's a big guy.
Everybody Loves Raymond.
He's his older brother. Look, no, we can't stop talking about armpits. It's not creepy. It's lovely. Everybody has them. It's fine. Chris says Shotzi and Liv would be cool. It looks like Liv, Bliss, and Toni Storm would be a great team up. Sophie says Shotzi's supposed to be a heel. Film says, ew, don't do it to Randy's face. And Sophie says, I mean, we have more wrestling matches tonight than Friday. Well, I'd hope so.
You would hope
we have
so.
a lot more time to do it in.
SmackDown has a hard time putting matches together too right now. I'm assuming once they hit their full stride, they'll be back to matches. They're just doing all these promos to get it going.
Film's like, no, leave the face out of it. Sophie says Ziggler will probably team up with his brother in AEW. Film says, what's going on with Karrion Kross's wife?
I don't know. She still looks good. Shotzi Blackheart posts pictures of her all the time because they do all these sexy Halloween costumes together.
Oh, her and Scarlett?
Yeah, there's this redhead that's with them all the time, too, and she is a smoke show. I have no idea who she is, but she's better than both of them.
Chris says he's funny, though, the brother from Raymond, right?
Yeah.
Vindicator says, I hope Riddle turns on Randy and picks a new partner, maybe Mansoor. Orton still should have retired months ago.
Okay, seriously. Not going to happen. Riddle won't be the one that changes sides. That will be Randy.
Randy. Randy's going to RKO Riddle out of nowhere. And then he's going to go on to beat some more people up because he's like in his prime right now. So it was like, thank God AEW ended its partnership with Impact because AEW had nothing in that deal.
Yeah. AEW was getting nothing out of it.
They weren't getting anything except for jerk-offs coming over to get TV time. I think that was the only thing they were getting, and then they had some weirdo, Don Callis, that can't keep his mouth shut. Now, my question is, did they fire him? Is he not there, or is he, like, part of AEW now?
Mm-mm.
He really didn't leave Impact then? Because it kind of made it sound like he was fired from Impact.
I think that was all
left on.
storyline.
Okay. That's why I said they made it sound like.
Right.
Meaning storyline.
But Christian lost the title.
Did he? Okay.
Yeah, Moose
As
beat
he
him.
should. Good.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So Moose did get it. Okay, good. At least they did that right. Sophie says, too bad Tegan and Shotzi never got their women's tag team championships. They did, though. They got them the NXT ones.
They were NXT. Well, not them.
Oh.
It was Shotzi and somebody else.
Oh. Sophie says that film says, "It's not weird. It's like 2% weird, not 100%. Don't be an armpit hater." Pickle is like disgraceful words to my McCabe baby's mama, Shotzi.
There it is, Randy. Hot tag. Rude goes down.
Why? Because he
Again.
said she looked good and all that stuff, but the redhead that's in their little pictures looks better. Oh
She
God,
just looks
come on.
great. I don't know who she is, though. Who is the redhead in all of her pictures with her?
Film says, "Come on, Randy, get up."
Luke should know this.
Randy. Luke knows all. He knows every girl in all the pictures, everywhere. Is this like her best friend that did the stuff when she wasn't able to because she was on the road?
Are we talking about Shotzi? Or-
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Like
who
she
is.
was like, "I'm my best friend,"
There's Liv taking pictures of herself, putting them on Insta.
doing her tweets because she has no life. Sophie says, "I kind of feel bad for Omos since he is there not doing anything important."
Yeah, well, that doesn't mean much, though. If AJ's really hurt or something, they got to do something.
Yeah, and they did bring him out and he was seen, so it's different, you know. Dolph's like, "Are you okay?" Randy's like, "No, I'm not okay. My arm's broken." Film says, "Come on, Randy and Matt Riddle finish this match probably and strongly."
2. So close.
Lots of closeness.
See, that's what was supposed to be on tonight.
Oh, yeah, that was supposed to happen. It didn't.
I almost used it as a thumbnail.
Good thing it didn't. Because you would have been wrong. Dead wrong. You would have been so wrong.
I've been wrong before.
Luke says Gina Dolan is the Absolute Smoke Show, and that's who that is Gina Dolan.
The redhead, she's got like big old boobies.
The one that hangs out with Shotzi and what's her face? Is she the one that's part of Toxic Attraction? She the redhead in that?
Not the girl that I was looking at.
Because I think that's who he's talking about. Is
Oh.
Gina Dolan is the redhead in the Toxic Attraction group. Whatever happened to the other girl that was in that did that botch move outside the ring?
Oh, nothing. She passed her CT scans and
So
stuff.
she was okay? Alright, good. She looked like she broke her face off. Boom says, "I hope AJ Styles is alright." And Vindicator says, "Sophie, Omaha is too awkward and one-dimensional to become a big-time player. He just doesn't have Bearcat stamina or athleticism." Film says, "I hope they save AJ Styles for WrestleMania match. Please let it be Edge. That'll be so epic." Chris says, "No, the redhead is Brandy Lauren."
Brandy Lauren, huh? I'll look her up.
With an I, not a Y. Brandy with an I. And Philip says, hashtag AJ Styles versus Edge WrestleMania Dream Match. Ooh, Riddle's doing something. And Luke's like, oh, let me do more research real quick. Sophie says, I meant without AJ there for whatever reason, Omos probably has to stay there until the show is over. I'm sure he has to. I mean, he's paid and it's his job. Chris says, no, Gigi Dillon is Priscilla Kelly in NXT. Oh.
Yeah, that's her.
Gina Dolan. I don't know who Gina Dolan is. But it's Brandy Lauren is her name.
In here, they don't have any real pictures of her other than...
As a normal?
Like, that's kind of the most normalist.
Yeah. Meg's dying. Sophie's like, whenever an AEW star wrestled on an Impact pay-per-view, they don't mention it on
The champions won it.
Riddle pinned. Who did he pin?
Dolph.
Ah, he pinned Dolph, huh? The RK Bros retain the championship. Oh, they're stuck together. He's like, get it off mine. Ew, gross. Sophie's like, that. A film says, hey, Misty, I think you're talking about Gigi. She's the one with the orange hair. Yeah, Gigi, orange hair, is the one in that. But Travis isn't talking about that girl.
No, I was talking about the
Brandy Lauren.
Brandy Lauren is her
And
name.
Luke says if it's Brandy Lauren, Brandy is an Impact knockout.
Yeah, she hangs out with Shotzi constantly. She's got.
I guess they're best friends or something.
Yeah, she's
Film
always
says,
got pictures of her.
She's trying to be like Becky Lynch, but more edgier and sexier. Oh. Vinegar says Omaha don't care, Sophie. Long as he can swindle non-counterfeit checks, he's cool with it. Easy money. The film says not going to lie. Darby Allin is a lucky man. Is he with Gigi or something? Is that why?
I have no idea.
Is that why he's lucky? Is because he's with that Gigi girl from there? Ooh. Ladder match, you bitches. Kevin was so excited.
See, there's her and Scarlett.
Mm-hmm.
There's her. She's always with that redhead. But obviously these are all her because it's her page.
Right.
And she posts all the time, so.
Well, of course, during this time, I'm sure.
Right?
Oh, he's got a target on his back. Target on his
Targets.
back. Back target. Target on his back. So it's like, I wonder if the New Japan Pro Wrestling AEW deal would do better than the AEW Impact partnership. Probably. Film says Gigi is a girlfriend for Darby Allin. Oh, they're together.
Those three, that's the one. I don't know if that's the same girl or not.
The Brandy? I'm sure it is.
Should be the number one contender.
Oh, yeah.
That's weird that they actually have a mask on them all.
Weird.
Yeah, they don't have the picture that they had up earlier.
Bryce says, well, I have to go, guys. I had a good time watching this whole entire live stream. Well, thanks for hanging with us, Bryce. We really appreciate it. Looks like we're just getting into the last few matches of Raw tonight. We're going to see that fatal four-way ladder match, which probably is going to be the last and final match of the night.
Absolutely.
So
Main event in it.
Randy Orton character right now reminds me of when he was first teaming with Seth. And Bryce says, see you on the next live stream, guys.
We'll be here on Wednesday.
Bye, Bryce. Thanks for hanging with us. We'll be here for Wednesday AEW Dynamite. But if you're a huge NXT fan, they're having Halloween Havoc tomorrow night. And our good friend Joe DeBest Wrestling TV, he's the one that does live streams of that if you want to watch along. All that.
Who wouldn't want to watch that?
I don't know. I have no idea. I know nothing.
There's all three of them together.
Oh,
See, you can tell she's pretty. Non-Halloweeny look.
Right. I think her name is that. There you go. That's her.
Danny Alexo. Danny Alexo. That's her name. Look that
Well,
up.
that's Instagram name, but that
Oh,
might not
sorry.
be her real name. But yeah, her Instagram, anyways. How is that possible? Nobody knows the answer.
Yeah, she covered her nips up and just put flippy offs.
Yeah. So that's her, the one
Yeah.
you're talking about.
Yeah.
Sophie says, losing AJ Styles for whatever reason, they must have to rewrite the whole show. Yeah. So
With
she's
the
on Impact,
Iconics.
so she's with the inspiration. Chris says, hello, Seth is so cringe. All this laughing BS, that's not charisma, that's schizophrenia. Film says AJ Styles will return. Who knows what happened to AJ Styles, guys? Look it up. Google it. Where is AJ Styles when you need him? Why is he gone? Why is he not here? Why has he left? Why? You know, because you're wearing green, I'm wearing red. We're like Christmas colors tonight. So.
Let's hear the sleigh bells ring, ling,
It's
ding, ding,
Halloween.
ding-a-ling day.
Not Christmas
Fine.
time.
Christmas starts like in the middle of the year. Danny Alexo.
Why are they using alpacas in commercials that are like cute little alpacas? Fucking cute ass alpaca.
Sometimes you got to do that.
Philip says Vince McMahon loves AJ Styles because he loves his wrestling talent, and Sophie says this is the first ladder match on Raw in a while. Philip's like, I like AJ Styles. Thumbs up. Thumbs up.
Who doesn't like AJ?
I don't.
There's
Just
somebody
kidding.
out there that's like, I don't like AJ.
Ew, AJ Styles is stupid. He's not phenomenal at all.
AJ reminds me of my
He's
dad.
a loser
When
face.
my dad was younger.
Loser, loser, loser.
The long hair.
Ew, he's a hippie.
But the pretty
So, my question then, Piccola, you must really hate the Liberty Mutual Insurance commercials because they have an emu in it. Does it creep you out? Do you, like, have anxiety from it? You're like, oh my god, it's a ginormous bird! And then you like, have to change the channel. Chris says jingle balls, jingle all the way. Right? Travis getting all Christmas songed out. Ew, yuck. So weird. So weird. All that stuff. Oh my goodness. Love says AJ Styles versus Ric Flair would be an ultimate great match. Okay, Ric Flair is old, so no. Chris like LOL, so now Travis is simping over Shotzi's redhead friend. Yeah, it seems like it. I have no idea. Films like AJ Styles part of the Bullet Club. That's what they say, I guess. I wouldn't know anything about it. Nothing. Got Queen Zelina, Big E, and Damian Priest on Raw Talk tonight, guys. But they're having their season premiere of Raw in Houston, Texas. Oh, Houston, Texas. Houston, Texas. Oh, they're going to replay some shit that they showed on Crown Jewel with Goldberg and the Almighty. They're going to do a Bobby Lashley Goldberg recap real quick, guys. Gee whiz. Like, we have nothing else to do. Why don't we show you this? They're like, well, we got to get ready for that ladder match. They ended that match like 8 minutes ago. That's just ridiculous. People was like, I do try to flip channels and avoid all emus altogether. You're kind of like Vindicator and Trees. He had a tree attack him one time, gave him some stitches, and now he's just not a tree person anymore. It's terrifying. Did you have, like, some traumatic event as a child with a large bird? Your parents took you to the zoo, and they're like, let's feed the emus. And you're like, all right. They, like, tried to eat your face. You're like, ah, not my face.
Argus had his cage all the way open.
Did he? Was he trying to escape?
No, he's still on a donut. He just had the gate open.
Oh.
And that's why she was whining.
Oh, is that why she was having a freak? She's tattling on him.
Nothing was normal.
She's like, I don't know what to do with myself. Films like Crown Jewel is not my favorite pay-per-view.
It was pretty damn good.
You don't like it because it's in Saudi Arabia. That's the only reason why. And because of the whole armpit thing and women having to wear, like, covered up and stuff like that. Like, you guys have to learn to just respect that that's
culture.
Other cultures and family.
Not everybody's a, whatever they're called, slutty.
Not everybody is a slut. It's like people from other countries come to America and they're like, wow, in my country, you have to marry him to get it. But in America, all you have to do is show your penis and they're all over it like it's
Don't
nothing.
show your penis to people. Don't try that.
Not for real, but, you know, like they're that easy is what I'm saying. In other countries, it's not that way. Other countries. They're like, well, we have this.